Lovely. 16 minutes, 39 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to have to look into one of the more darker spirals that I've seen on the internet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a couple weeks ago I made a video in regards to FouseyTube. Alright, it was an off-the-cuff video. I was in my car because it's something that...
I'm beyond angry right now because that probably didn't appeal to me, Mudaha. I probably didn't watch that other video. Been live for an hour, bruh. That's what I'm checking.
It made me so angry where this, one-time streamer, this one-time YouTuber, very, very large at the time, FouseyTube's been around forever, okay?
Yes,
I don't have to give any
true.
introductions. If you've been
This
on
guy
YouTube
knows.
as long as I have, you recognize the name FouseyTube back in the days of social experiments, pranks.
Back when I first got onto the internet, which was about 2013, around that time. Yeah, he was quite big back then, I'm pretty sure.
Muslim vlogs. Now you might recognize him as a 24/7
I don't remember.
IRL.
I remember him doing pranks, but I don't remember him doing Muslim vlogs or whatever. You've been down the rabbit hole like better than I have. 1080p. Oh, it's just the camera at the moment.
A live streamer. Now, IRL live streaming is like a powder keg, and it actually, best example, it's a time bomb, okay?
Yeah. Like, everybody that does IRL streaming, if they aren't the ones that do it currently on Twitch, they all seem like douchebags, and they all seem to, want to piss people off just for their content, and it's like, bro, leave people alone and just create content by, I don't know, being entertaining yourself. Oh, you're not entertaining yourself, you have to leech off of the general public and piss them off for your content, bro? Then just don't be a content creator. Why should that man's downfall be your gold, bro? One man's downfall is another man's gold. I think that's the saying.
Time somebody IRL streams, it's literally a time bomb waiting to go off. And let me tell you something about bombs. You don't want to be around them when they're about to go boom.
Yeah, just look at that house that we watched the news. And I'm no longer watching the news, but I can't be asked to change my fucking title, so I'm still watching the news. This is news to me.
The best example, if you want to know more about the airport rizzing incident, where FouseyTube interacts with a drunk girl who expresses...
Yeah, I'll remember that. I just didn't know what was going on, apart from the point where they started to talk about, SA kind of situations, and it's like, bruh, very sad story, and seems like he was actually grooming the woman, which is very weird of the guy. She's been through enough, she doesn't need you to add on to the bullshit that she's been through in her life.
She was a victim of human trafficking, truly charming, brilliant, halal behavior, if you will. One of the best, recaps you could see is from my podcast co-host, Oopaville, who actually discussed this in his own video.
I recognise his face, but I don't recognise the channel name. Weird.
A lot more time in therapy, and get the f*** off the internet, log off, in my opinion. Come on, man. Or at least use the influence for good. I just see this getting way, way worse. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah,
Bro, I can't click on those.
Caleb, if only you knew how on the money you actually were. Now, ladies and gentlemen, FouseyTube has been an interest to me because ever since the airport incident, FouseyTube has been running this insane subathon where the viewers...
Yeah, he's literally been going insane live on stream, and it is like watching a train wreck. You don't want to watch it, but you can't look away.
Counts have been going up insanely, from 10,000 live viewers to 20 to 30 to 40, all the way to just a couple hours ago when it reached 70,000 viewers.
Why do so many people want to see that, bro? See a guy just going insane. I tuned into one of his streams. He was literally praying to Allah, and then I just clicked off because he was literally praying over and over again. I'm like, okay, Allah's got the fucking message. I'm sure he's answered your prayers, bro. You don't need to keep on fucking bothering Allah, bro.
Okay? And this is where FouseyTube self-swatted himself. Now, to understand, FusiTube's not all the way there. For instance, if you want to see...
So if you don't know what swatting means, is he swatted himself like a fly because he was trying to fight a fly and he couldn't catch it, so he literally hit himself in the face with the swatter. The more that you know.
Some quick clips of him in Vegas, where he ended up getting kicked out of an MGM Grand Casino and pretty much banned, I guess you could say down the strip, if you will, too. Not allowed to gamble in anything in Las Venturas anymore. Surprise, surprise. This is exactly what his time was like in Vegas.
You guys.
Yeah, I remember that.
33.
But guess what I noticed? There was literally no cars coming at the time that he was trying to... I don't know what he was trying to accomplish here, but you can see cars literally coming like this kind of way, but they wasn't coming down here, so I don't think his plan was to hurt himself or anybody around him. I think he was just being dramatic and being an idiot, basically. Because look, like, there's literally no cars there. If he really wanted to do it, he would have done it on an oncoming car. But he doesn't get hit anywhere in this clip.
33-year-old man running into traffic, by the way, too.
It's not really traffic if there was literally no traffic on that fucking road, bruh.
We're leaving.
Shut your dumb ass up. Or what? You put your hands on me, let me sue your ass. Got the best lawyers in the gang, cousin. You and your minimum wage job. You and your minimum wage job, you broke.
Why is he angry at his cousin, bruh? That's family, bruh. Why are you so hostile towards them? You literally said out your own mouth that is your cousin. Like, you don't treat family like that. Come on, do better, bruh. I don't like any of my cousins, so I don't stay in contact with them. But I won't just yell at them over and over again. I'll just block them and move on with my life. Because they're not worth my time or my energy. This is way too much energy he's spending on his own cousin.
Shitting on somebody for their minimum wage job. Real humble and positive, my Islamic friend. Now, of course...
Why shit on somebody, especially when they're your family, they're your cousin? Like, why shit on them for having a minimum wage job? Not everybody is a loser like you, FusiTube. I'm just a loser like you because it's easy just to sit down and react than get a minimum wage job where they treat me like shit. I'm a sensitive snowflake, so I can't be handling these real world jobs, bro. I want online jobs, but I won't never get, so I'll never get it.
Besides the fact that he's got a Raptors jersey on, and I feel really ashamed to be a Torontonian right now, the reality of it is that this is really, really bad behavior, okay? This is not just bad behavior.
He's like a toddler in public, bro. He just yells for no reason.
This is somebody that is so hungry for the slightest bit of clout, the slightest bit of fame. FusiTube is the kind of guy where if you give him just an ounce of clout and a little bit of money, he goes insane. The ego goes through the roof.
Yeah.
Now, in the last couple hours, FusiTube has been doing some streams, or running a stream, where he ended up getting kicked out of an Airbnb, fired a majority of his staff, and burned pretty much every bridge that he can. Now, to understand, FusiTube has manic episodes. He has a mental disorder. Now, again...
Yeah, no shit, bro. Just fucking his outbursts, like, kind of hints that he has something wrong in the head, bro. His disease is clout chasing, I guess.
He has a mental disorder. I'll be the first one to just say it, that just because you have mental issues doesn't mean that you can just use it as a Yu-Gi-Oh!
Exactly, man. Like, I will never use my mental illness or my mental issues for what I do, to excuse what I do in public, bro. I know right from wrong. I have a brain. So I use it most of the time. Sometimes. Minor of the times.
Defense card whenever you feel like it, and generally get to be an asshole to everyone. If you're not really going out of your way to proactively fix up your mental health, then you also can't be using it as a badge of victimization. Anytime you do some shitty behavior, people call you out, and then you're going to immediately say, oh, but I'm mentally ill. No, you're...
everyone has some sort of wrong in the head kind of mental illness, or they're mentally ill to an extent, bro. Everyone has their own problems at the end of the day. You're not special just because you have manic episodes. There are loads of people out there with manic episodes that wouldn't do exactly what he does, bro. That's a point. I'm taking it, holding it in my brain, already forgot it. Sorry, I lost.
You're not really doing anything to fix it. Instead of checking into a mental health ward, he decides to go to Miami, where he meets up with Sneeko, Aiden Ross, all those fellas. And,
people that will make him even more mentally ill. Oh my god, what's this guy doing with his life?
It gets even wilder, because during the night, he started to get into fights, literally performing actual assaults on camera.
You're so just I am smart. You think you're perfect. You're not. You're far from perfect. You have ass people.
Hey, bro, man. Like, he was telling you how it is. You're not perfect. You're far from perfect. You're a clown, bitch. You are an egghead, bro. I would say that to your face too. You slap me, I'm fucking clotheslining you. This guy has enough room to clothesline, bro. Get that meat underneath his chin. Pause. Play.
Yeah, that's a really good dude. Going up and assaulting a guy? Come on now.
You said you were gonna do that.
He was being real as well, bro. The reason why he slapped him is because he needed to hear that, but he's got such an ego on him that he's like, I don't want to hear it. I know I need to hear it, but I don't want to hear it. Fucking clown ass.
Yeah, that's a really good dude. Going up and assaulting a guy? Come on now.
You said you were gonna do that. I think I'm perfect. I just prayed and cried to Allah and asked him for forgiveness for all my shortcomings.
I'm not perfect, but I just prayed. Everybody prays, bro. Like, I pray that one day I'll become a millionaire, bro. I pray that all the time, bro. Like, you're not fucking special just because you pray. There's many people that go to church every single day that prays. Literally many, many, many people, bro. And you're out here saying, Allah says I'm perfect. No, he doesn't. Allah is ashamed of you. And I'll keep it a stack on top of a stack, bro. I will be real. Change your ways and then do Allah proud. If you don't change your ways and you just ask for forgiveness, you're asking too much. God only helps those who help themselves. If you're not going to help yourself, then you're not going to be perfect. And nobody is perfect because everybody has their flaws. See, I don't have an ego. I know this shit. It's common knowledge.
Comes in sins. Respect your elders.
Yeah, Allah.
Bro, I would say that he's not perfect. Even Mudahar knows that he's not perfect. Everybody knows that they're not perfect. If you've got an ego on you and you slap somebody for saying that you're not perfect, then you're just an egotistical fuck that needs to fucking think in your brain, why am I so perfect? No reason, I'm just human, bro. He's acting like he's some sort of holy power, bro. He's Allah's gift to this world. Bro, Allah, take this fucking gift back, I don't want it.
It tells you to keep your anger in check too, which that wasn't in check at all. Here's another clip where he attacks another YouTuber that I just found out existed today, Jack Doherty. Watch this one.
Beta said, hey. Yo,
Is that for any reason, bro? I need context. Swing on him, bro.
I'm actually 33 years old. Hey, yo, get me some more about Sean. You're lucky I made friends with your security.
Hey, now we can't box. There's a whole...
Bro, like, you started it, bro. He was just giving you what you just did to him, bro. Like, if someone did that to me, bro, ooh, straight in the kisser, bro. Like, that's what FouseyTube needs, man. I don't condone violence, but he needs, boom, pow, right in the kisser, bro. Not by me, because I believe, like, even his actions will not get the best of me. I am the spirit, holy God, that nobody can anger me until they make me angry, and then I turn green, and then they fucked up, they don't fucked up, bruh. But yeah, he was just giving him a taste of his own medicine and he didn't like it, so he starts swinging on the dude. Bro, somebody needs to swing on him for once. I want to see somebody pow his ass over and over again, bro. Like, pause though, because that got a bit too sexual. I mean, like, pound him in the kisser over and over again until his skull, until they fucking knock some sense into Fuzi Tube. That's what I'm trying to say. I stutter a lot, Mudaha.
Yeah, you
Don't
get
laugh at
invited
me.
to a dude's house, throw water at him, he throws water back, and then your next response is to assault the guy. Yeah, that's gonna go real well. But
And it's all on camera, so, hey, court case, get him arrested. He's nobody's problem if he gets arrested, bro. But I'm glad that he got himself arrested, it looks like, from the title.
of course, FuziTube was kind of on his way to evading law enforcement throughout the night until this situation kicked in, and this is where things get really wild. So during the night, FuziTube had got kicked out of his Airbnb, somewhere to the point where his $77 million kick deal, again, that number was pulled out of somebody's asshole, was kind of in jeopardy. So as he got kicked out of Airbnb, he checked into a local hotel. Now in this situation, I want to add some context. During this hotel moment, he was getting into some wild rants, he was getting angry, he had a manic episode. And in this entire situation,
Bro, I would hate to be his fucking hotel neighbors, like, hearing him fucking mumble, and I'm like, shut up, I'm trying to fucking sleep here, bro. I don't want to hear you talking to yourself all night. I didn't pay fucking $10,000 a stay just to hear your goofy ass fucking having a manic episode. Like, shush and fucking go to sleep, bro. And I'm sure whoever's next door trying to sleep right now is saying the same about me.
this YouTuber, known as Ganville, a Twitch or Kick streamer, former Kick streamer, because he ended up actually getting banned, because this idiot ended up calling up FuziTube's family and pretty much harassing them, which I want to just remind you is 1000% never okay.
Exactly. You have online internet beef, keep it online between the person that decides to put themselves out there. Why do you have to bring people that don't even know what the internet is? They're so old. His family is probably so old. They're like, what the fuck is the internet? And why is my son on it, bro? So they must be so confused right now.
This idiot...
I know I am. So I'm projecting. I think that's called, like, yeah, I think it's called projecting. I don't know. Educate me, man.
in the wrong. He is a troll and one of the worst kinds of troll possible. He ended up basically threatening FuziTube. FuziTube threatened him back physically, and eventually...
Oh, you should always leave family out of it, man. It's his career, not his family's career, bruh. What the fuck are you bringing family into it for?
They started
Clown.
throwing out each other's addresses, and he basically told FuziTube to come to his address and, cause some harm. Because as they were in Florida, it's a stand your ground state, this guy could absolutely blow away Fuzi, okay? Like, it would be a wild situation had that happen. Now, in a normal situation...
I think I'm moving to Florida. Stand your ground. That sounds that sounds like my America. Even though I'm British.
And I've been on the internet a long time too. I've gotten fucked up calls. You're never supposed to escalate. Usually hang it up right there. It's a troll. They're not going to go forward as long as you don't go forward or give a reaction. Because Fuzi was live streaming, here is the reaction.
What'd you say?
Yo, I'm Gamble. I'm the guy that was calling your mom and sister and brother and shit. I think one of your friends got me banned on Kick.
I swear to God, you pull up to my house right now and stick a knife 10 feet in your...
Alright, let's stop right there.
Yeah, let's stop right there, bruh. He needed a beer after that fucking sentence, bruh. He is traumatized, I can see from this bottle in his hand right now.
Jesus Christ, I don't want to get caught strays here legally. Yeah, you never threaten somebody. You just hang up the phone right there and call it a day. You've been on the internet...
Exactly. You'd be like, you're a clown ass bitch. Bye bye. And then just hang it up. Every time some scammer fucking phones me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you fucking scam me again and I'm fucking sticking my dick in you. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, shut up, bitch. You automated ass bitch. You fucking low life bitch. And then once I'm done insulting the artificial intelligence, I just hang up.
As long as I have Fuzi even longer. You know damn well never to engage with the troll and do this. Now, I don't know if this was mania kicking in or whether the fact that he wanted a clip, because what you're about to see next is insane.
Thank you for blocking out their addresses. I didn't really want to know where they lived. Thank you very much. Well, it takes a real jackass to be throwing out fucking people's place of safety in front of you know the world's watching, so shouldn't be talking about that sort of shit. People are clowns though. 1, 2, 3. It's one thing wanting someone to fail in life. It's another thing like literally just being like, "Ah, I've got his private information, I'm leaking it, blah blah blah." And it's like, bruh, don't be leaking that shit. What's wrong with you?
I want to show you my collection.
Yo, I just got a text. Yo, how the management you let this happen to you? Yo, you're saying that? Say it one more time. Say it one more time. We're coming. Say it one more time.
So basically, this idiot, this troll, gives his address and basically tells Fuzi to pull up. He's got an entire.
Bro, now his old fan base will pull up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Just making sure I flicked off the right switch, because if I flicked another one on, I need to know. Just so I can correct my wrong if I ever make it wrong. That's why I count 4 times. Making sure every last plug is on or off. Pick your poison, on or off plug. You can't be both.
Collection of what I assume are firearms, right? And because Florida is a stand your ground state, his intention is to kill FuziTube if he shows up to the house. Now in this situation, again, may I remind you, never escalate, hang up the phone, and just don't go. Go to bed. Go do something else. So now Fuzi does what I like to call the self-swatting, and I swear to God, it's the first time throughout my entire fucking career on the internet, throughout my entire time looking at wild shit on the internet, that I've actually seen something this wild and stupid.
Here, calm down, bro. Man, my life is in danger.
Intercontinental Miami.
I'm in the Intercontinental.
Give me the phone, man. Give me the phone.
Bro, like yelling at the operator, bro. That shows how much of a douchebag this guy is. She's just trying to. She didn't hear it the first time, so she's just saying, "Where are you, sir?"
Calm down.
No, dog.
Sit down and calm down. Relax. I'm gonna.
Oh, because a guy told me I'm gonna die tonight. You want me to relax?
Yo, sit down. Let me give her the address. She's trying to get the.
Fuzi is on a call with 911 operators, okay? And the last thing you want to do with law enforcement is start screaming over on their on the phone. That's never okay.
Send the cops. Send the cops. There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Oh, ma'am, he left. Ma'am, he left. There's a gun to my head. Help, get them. Help, bye. Ma'am, Intercontinental, what's my room number? Help, tell me. 2027.
Yeah, he fucking calls a SWAT attempt on him, so he self-swats himself.
Bro, this guy is a fucking idiot, bro. You know what happens when they fucking have to when they have to deploy fucking SWAT team? They have to fucking shoot first, bro. So what they have to do, they get the door ram, fucking bust it open and be like, "Is there anybody inside?" With their big ass guns, one after the other, they go in, and any sudden movement, you're fucking donezo.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm actually so baffled away at what I've seen, okay? It's one of the reasons why I'm totally, completely awake right now, because this kind of stuff got to a point where it really triggered deep web browsing for me, okay? I've seen a lot of wild stuff on there. Whenever I search up, dark rabbit holes, or I research the drug war in Mexico, I come across really violent footage. Tonight, I almost saw a snuff video live on Kick.com. But we'll get to a lot of that just a little bit later. He basically puts himself and the people around him, that security guard, other people in the hotel, in serious danger. Because what he's done is he's called up a dispatcher, told him that there is a gun to his head. So now imagine you're on the other side of the call, okay? You're a dispatcher, you're with the Miami police. They're assuming that there is an active shooter in the area, okay? There is an active shooter in this situation.
And because they could run through the hallways and go down to the lobby, and that's their escape route, yeah, they have to literally, like, surround the area, do their procedures on the outside, then they can enter throughout the lobby with guns drawn at the fucking receptionist, at the innocent civilians around, making their way up to your room. It's like fucking, they probably have to clear every single floor just to make sure there's no active shooter in the area. So he's just a fucking imbecile, like, he thinks, oh, because the dispatcher wasn't listening to me, now I can just say this, and it's like, bro. I hope that he literally got arrested and took to custody, and then they explain in the interview how much danger he put himself in and others around him in.
And when the law enforcement pulls up, they clear the room, they're there, ready to take down anybody. And as FouseyTube was going to answer the door, I nearly shit myself, because this could have gotten bad in so many ways. Fousey was not a simple subject at all, too. He even started escalating it when law enforcement got in his face. Listen to this.
I literally told him, if I see you, I'm sticking a knife 9 inches in your neck and I'm sliding it down your penis. He gave me his address.
And how does he know where you're staying at?
I don't, he's a stalker.
Okay, and who is this guy?
I don't
So
know.
how do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he
I
is?
have his address.
What is his address?
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago.
Ha ha ha. Ah, that is justice at its finest. Like, finally in this godforsaken world I see some fucking justice, and that is some fucking clown fucking calls this whole ass team for one guy. They literally got one guide, and he's like, I'm not dealing with this. Slap him in handcuffs like he deserves, because many times on his past streams he's assaulted 1, 2, probably fucking thousands of people, but we only saw 2 of them in this fucking video. Like, this is what he deserves, but somehow he fucking didn't do it like just assaulting somebody on camera like you think he would get arrested for. No, he literally just says some outlandish shit because he didn't feel like the operator was listening to him, and she was just trying to get the details, and he just says some really bad shit, and this is what happens. And I'm pretty sure he could get charged for wasting police time and inciting terror, I think, maybe. Because doing that is fucking terror. It's terror for everybody around you. Like, imagine chilling in the fucking lobby on your phone doing some work or some shit. You see the SWAT officers being like, hands up, and you're like, bro, what did I do? And it's like, you didn't do anything wrong, but they have to clear that area because they've been told that there's an active shooter, so they have to fucking clear the hotel now. Well, not clear the hotel like a fire drill. I mean, like, while they're making their way up to the room that they've been given, they had to clear areas of the hotel where the potential threat could be. Even the receptionist could be like, what the fuck, why is there cops here? I didn't call the cops. Just to find out, oh, they arrested this guy to take him down because he called the cops on himself, bro. This is weirder than the time that I've seen people fucking lose a match to themselves. Like, there was a story about Cody Rhodes being in tag partners with, I think it was Hardcore Holly. Then he switched and he was the mystery tag team partner for the other guy, which was, I think, Ted DiBiase. So technically he lost the match to himself. So yeah, that's weirder than that situation that I just explained to you.
You guys are dumb as fuck.
dumb as
Bro, no, correction. You're dumb as fuck for telling them that there was an actual serious threat in your hotel, bro. You're the dumb one. Nobody else around you is dumb. You're projecting. I'm pretty sure that's what projecting is, but I'm no English or maths teacher. I don't know what projecting really means, but I'm pretty sure it's like calling the pot calling the kettle black or some shit like that. That's what projecting is. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hey, record this. Security, come in here now. Yo, for my protection, come in here. He can't come in? Y'all are... I'm suing all y'all.
Well, the two guys that you fucking swung at should sue you then, bro.
In danger and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral? Are y'all dumb or are you stupid?
I love how we play the race card in this situation when the law enforcement did the best that they can in this situation. Screaming, escalating, and telling them there's a stalker hunting you down. These cops had no idea what's going on. They were called into a shooter threat, and now they've realized they're coming up against somebody with the ego the size of Texas. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the best case scenario. Nobody died.
He said the ego the size of Texas. No, that's the ego the size of fucking 50 states of America, bro.
And this put to ease so much of my stress and anxiety tonight as I was watching this kick stream, because I thought somebody was going to die. Now, as much as I dislike FouseyTube over the airport incident that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I don't like seeing people die or in this situation, period.
Hashtag me too, I don't like blood. So, I don't like that red stuff that would have come out of him if he kept on fucking escalating it, but I'm glad the cop just put him in handcuffs like he was a normal police officer and just took him away like, bye-bye. Like, egotistical fuck. He deserves that for assaulting people, let alone fucking calling the police on himself.
Okay? Underneath my fucked up exterior, there is an empathetic core. Now, this situation involved with FouseyTube basically puts them into what I understand false reporting to 911 systems.
Yes.
Because of that fake swap.
But it should also be like inciting a terror incident as well, because he's putting everybody in danger around him. So that's terror, causing terror in the hearts of other people around you. Unless they were in bed and they don't really care that the SWAT team was there. But it would still be quite disheartening for the reception to see a full-on SWAT team pull up and be like, holy shit, is there someone dangerous in my place of work?
SWAT call, okay? That's not legal. Now, from what I understand, this could be up to a year in prison. And I believe he was smoking weed earlier, too. So, marijuana, as far as I understand, is illegal in the state of Florida. You could probably still smell it in the hotel room. But hey, this is a good thing ultimately. FouseyTube is the kind of guy that's never been told no in his life.
He needs this as a wake-up call. He needs to realise how big his ego is and get ego checked. And this is what these cops have done for the whole of us. But will his ego still be as big as the United States of America after this incident? Yes, because that guy seemingly never fucking learns.
And he pretty much is the most egotistical individual out there. And it takes a swift slap from the system, like the law enforcement over here, where if he is getting a court date, which I think he is since he may be getting charged, I don't know, we'll find out more in the next day or the day after. That means he's pretty much tied up in the state of Miami. He could bail himself out, but he's pretty much tied there. And if he has to serve some time...
Miami is not a state, so I'm glad that you put Florida on your screen to correct your wrong.
...or actually end up with some serious charges, then that's ultimately a good thing in this situation. This is the kind of guy that needs actual legal law enforcement intervention. Otherwise, he continues to be a danger to him and the people around him.
He just continues to be a jackass, basically. That's what he said the long way.
Could you imagine how bad this could have gone had he just started screaming from beyond the door? Had he opened the door with something in his hand and Miami police, without even thinking, pulled out their gun? I mean, how can you think? You've seen me play video games like Ready or Not or SWAT 4. You've seen enough police footage from channels like Donut Operator where cops have a split-second, timing window to actually make quick decisions. And Fousey, in his state, could have ended up potentially dead tonight. But thankfully, because of the proper actions by law enforcement agencies, he is arrested, and hopefully he gets a swift slap on his face and comes out of this just fine. This is where I want to lead to the end of the video, where I think the problem is not just Fousey, but the community as well too. You look through this this Kick chat real quick, and one thing ended up actually screwing with me a little bit. Shame he got arrested. Who would have thought an unmedicated man would be the dopest content? Why is it that this is content that is okay? For instance,
the reason why people like to see that sort of content because they like to see somebody's downfall, bruh. That's a simple answer to a simple question.
The fact that this stream even happened in the first place without Kick.com intervening and shutting it down is a bit disgusting to speak of. But the other thing that's wild is as Fousey was arrested, Kick.com's social media platform literally tweeted out #FreeFousey, as if it was a giant joke to them. And speaking of Kick...
Okay, that platform needs to be pulled off the internet real soon, man. Like, you can't be fucking condoning this man's actions. He's literally a fucking idiot. They probably condone the fact that fucking Aiden Ross fucking watched Korn on stream over on their platform, exposing it to fucking thousands of kids, bruh. Yeah, that platform is sus and it needs to be pulled down now. It needs to be shut down by the FBI. I'm calling for Kick's downfall.
FouseyTube was basically flexing some $15 million deal that blew up into a $77 million deal throughout the course of 2 weeks when he was in Vegas and Miami. So it almost felt like Kick.com and the people running the website were just fucking stringing this guy along anyways, using his manic state for free content and promotion on his platform. Because at the end of the day, if you want to be real about it, he was in fact the largest streamer on the platform. Everyone else was like maybe a seventh of his view count, period. Now again, ladies and gentlemen...
I think XQC gets 50,000 on that platform, so not as big as FouseyTube, but not far from it.
This is not content that I really think should be rewarded. FouseyTube is a danger to the people around him. Hell, just looking at how he treats the autopilot function on a fucking Tesla where he puts 2 feet up in the air and forgets to drive the vehicle while using autopilot assists is just a showcase as to how stupid this individual really is. But what he did, literally tonight, is just the cherry on the cake of some of the most insane shit.
If that Tesla didn't give him a wake-up call, then literally the cops will. The cops gave him a wake-up call. Because, like, if you're on your phone while literally driving, one, that's illegal, and two, yeah, that autopilot can malfunction, putting you in danger, so you have to actual maneuver so you don't actually hit a fucking post or a tree or whatever you can hit out there.
I've ever seen in the influencer camp, period. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you let clout go too far.
And he's also putting his life on the line because he thinks this car does everything for him, bruh. Bro, if that was the case, you wouldn't need a fucking driver's license to drive that car, and you do.
The quest for clout is too fucking far. You know, this could have been a situation that, you know, could have went from law enforcement stopping and de-escalating the situation as they did to an actual live snuff film recorded on Kick.com in 4K 60 frames per second. Wild, wild shit indeed. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the video right over here. A lot to say, a lot to process. I'm out. Wild.
Wild, man. I agree. 12 minutes, 19 seconds. Jesus Christ is here fucking breaking down this Fousey situation and why it is sad.
We're in a very perplexing pickle here, because I'm the gladiator of goofiness, the savant of silly, so anytime there's a weird situation that's a bit wacky, people update me on it, and usually I'll giggle about it, maybe I'll make something covering it. But now, today, there's something that a lot of people seem to think is a really humorous, silly situation, when I don't view it that way at all. In fact, I view it as an extremely sad, distressing situation. It's everything that's been happening with FouseyTube. If you're like me with gray hairs in your beard, that name might ring a little bell in your cobweb-covered brain because...
Bro, I don't have grayness in my beard. and I don't have a beard. It's just bum fluff on my chin. That's number one. Number two, cobweb brain. Yeah, my head is full of air and cobwebs. So it feels like he's talking to me in this video.
Because it's a name that's as old as YouTube itself, really. He was around a long time ago doing pranks and all kinds of shit, and he was a big name back then. But he had a mental health meltdown that kind of caused him to step away from content creation for a while to work on himself and try and better his actual life away from the internet. And now he's come back as an IRL live streamer, broadcasting pretty much every waking moment of his life on camera. And it is probably the worst thing that could have possibly happened to him. His streams blew up. He got all of the clout he'd ever dreamed of. And he immediately became corrupted and poisoned by it. His broadcast went from the beginning being pretty wholesome and community-driven, like fun stuff from what I recall when he first came back. It was actually kind of cool to root for like an OG YouTuber stepping into a different ballpark, and he seemed like he was in a much better headspace. But then his numbers kept going up. And as those numbers kept climbing, so too did his ego.
True.
Until he reached his absolute boiling point and crossed the event horizon of maximal douchebaggery. He became his own worst enemy. He would insult people if they were poor. His main insult was about people's financial status and well-being. He became completely...
You can't take it with you when you are a skeleton, bro. So you have to be a good person while you're here, and if you're not a good person and you're just a friggin' person that lives by the paycheck, and it's like, bruh, you're just living... Yeah, we all need money. We get it. You're rich. We're not. But if that's your only defense to everything, then you are an insecure little man, and you need to grow up, because you can't just treat people any way you want just because you got loads of money, because can't take it with you. You are going to have $0, 0 cents in the afterlife. Same with me. So who cares about money? It's literally a item that we use to buy ourselves items to pass the time, bro. Money itself doesn't do anything. It's just there.
corrupted by clout. He was like Gollum, with the One Ring ruining his mind. That was FouseyTube's precious attention. And as his mental health deteriorated, his online presence was only bolstered. People kept tuning in to see what wild thing was going to happen next. What kind of incredible, loud rant is Fousey going to go on next? Just encouraging this downward spiral as people shoved popcorn in their face gluttonously, consuming a man's mental health meltdown on stream. And it really started reaching its boiling point about 2 weeks ago. While on stream, FouseyTube was at an airport and met a woman, and she was very clearly super drunk. She was hammered. And the two got to talking, and eventually she revealed that she was actually the victim of human trafficking at one point in her life. And how did FouseyTube respond to that information? By apparently having
Player exclusive slots like the cube.
That is a appropriate time for an advert, bro.
Incredible.
Wow.
Get your bonus today at 32 red.
sex with her in the airport bathroom. He came back on stream after like a 10-minute break, giddy, and he was saying about how he just joined the Mile High Club. Well, not exactly the Mile High Club because they were still at the airport, but you know, we just fucking boinked in the toilets over there. And he was so pleased.
When she sobers up and sees that, him, like how excited and giddy he was about that, she's probably gonna be like, what the fuck did I just do, bruh? What am I doing with my life? And that just adds on to her problems that she already had, and that was why she was so drunk. It's because when you want to drink like that early in the morning, that's when you know you got some demons to deal with.
And then his community turned on him. They were like, wow, that's actually extremely fucked up. She's super drunk, and she also just confided in you that she was the victim of human trafficking. How could you have done this, Fousey? You just took advantage of this woman. This is really degenerate, unforgivable shit. So then he very quickly tried to...
Didn't surprise me that he's a degenerate.
like play it off as a joke, and he wasn't being serious. Like, haha, no, haha, that did not real, didn't actually happen. Ha, you guys fell for a timeless classic prank. Get pranked. Epic style prank, not real, didn't actually do that. But it seems like that's exactly what happened. And this is like Twitter in a nutshell with absolute unhinged lunacy. I did see.
I feel like she should press charges against him, bro. She's got a real court case against Fuzi.
Some people defending this by saying, yeah, but he also raised money for her, so he should have been allowed to have sex with her anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. What they're referring to is he asked this community to donate to her, and they raised like $2,500 for her, and that's apparently an excuse for having sex with an extremely drunk woman who also had just confided in you that she was the victim of human trafficking at some point. It's so alarming seeing people try and rationalize and justify it. That is concerning.
That is because they love their internet online personality influencers, bro. They will literally defend you for whatever disgusting act you do. They will go to the end of the world for you, even though you never met them and they're just being parasocial. They're literally fucking, oh, when I watch you every single stream, I donate to you, we're now friends. And that's like psychopath behavior, bro. And I hate yes men. Like, tell him when he's in the wrong. Tell him when he's in the right, bro. Don't just fucking suck his dick, bro. Because, like, you might get an STD. You might get an STD, not gonna lie. That's what happens when you suck dicks.
Like, that is just downright fucking alarming. But anyway, FuziTube did face backlash for that, but it actually only made him even more popular because it put FuziTube's mental health on a bigger stage for more people to see. So more spectators funneled in to watch the train wreck unfold every single day, because he was broadcasting fucking 24/7 basically. A lot of people just kept coming in to point and laugh at the freak show. Look at this crazy guy doing crazy shit. Everyone come watch and laugh at this guy as he broadcasts a very serious mental illness, and as it continues to only get worse. Ha ha. And last night, he ended up getting arrested on stream. I don't even know where to begin with this stream. I actually watched like the last 2 hours of it because even before that, things were looking really bad. FuziTube had assaulted 2 people earlier in the stream last night after they had only lightly bruised his ego over very minor things. He had been yelling and insulting a ton of people. It was looking...
So, the girl at the airport has a court case for him literally committing SA because she wasn't there mentally to consent. She was drunk. And number 2, those guys who got assaulted has a court case, and also the dispatch that he yelled at has a court case, and so does the officers. So this guy is going to get sued 5 times over. Jesus Christ. I hope he's got a good lawyer, because even I'll sue this guy, even though he's done nothing to me, but free money, I'm there.
Really bad. He legitimately looked like he was a danger to not only himself, but others. There was also some unlovable, kissless, virgin, loser, turbo, insufferable asshole troll that was calling and harassing FuziTube's family and threatening their life, threatening his life, which of course only continued to push Fuzi down this path. The troll was like threatening his family, threatening Fuzi.
Yep.
Send the cops. There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Oh, ma'am, he left.
The police respond, obviously. He called them and said that, you know, his life was in danger. There was a fucking gun to his head, so the police do actually show up.
He's a stalker.
But did they show up on time? That's my big question. At least they got the danger out of the hotel, and little did he know it, the danger was him.
I don't fucking know.
How do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he is?
I have his address.
What is his address?
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago.
You're under arrest now, bro. You've done it now. You've gone and made a big mistake.
Fuck, man.
Says you.
Dumb as fuck.
Says you.
There's conflicting information on if it's an actual arrest or if they're just detaining him because he is having this mental health episode. He was yelling and screaming at them and saying a bunch of things that obviously didn't make much sense. So, because he was so irate and so deeply disturbed, it seems like the cops arrested him and detained him, and I truly believe that that was actually for the best. I think if this stream continued, he would have ended up hurting himself or somebody. He was in a very intense, very manic state that could have ended very poorly.
True, bruh. But on to the next one. Oh my god, I'm in a time loop, like, bruh. Now someone else has made another video about this guy, bruh. Talk about rent-free.
So it's been over a week since the last time we talked about FouseyTube on the channel, and ever since that video, I've been keeping tabs on him. Sometimes I tune into his streams. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. At first, I thought this was funny. I thought, hey, look at this guy. He's cringe. He's annoying. He's a fake religious person because he preaches something, and then a second later, he's doing everything he's told not to do. And at this point, it's not even funny anymore. At this point, it's pretty serious, especially with what just happened about 2 hours ago at the time of me recording this video. I was gonna go to bed early actually because tomorrow's a very important day. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get my hours in. And then I see the FouseyTube situation going down and I immediately have to talk about it. Let's go back to yesterday. This was the beginning of the end for FouseyTube, and for context, I believe up to this point he has not slept for a day.
I'm firing Nadim. I smoked laced weed tonight. I had a manic episode. I cussed out everyone. I sent a message to Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate. I broke my veneer. I don't have a tooth in my mouth right now. I haven't slept. I haven't eaten. I've called him 6 times. It's 9:30 a.m. for him, and he's still asleep.
Blaming his manager for everything. Fousey is a 33, 34-year-old man.
Bro, he just turned full Karen, man. Like, I blame you that I don't have a tooth. I blame you for not sleeping. Bruh, leave your manager alone, bruh. He took, get me your manager, like, to the next level. He got his own manager and then he started telling the manager off, bruh. I thought when people say get the manager, they're trying to resolve a situation, bruh. Now he just tells off the managers, bruh. He's more than a Karen, he's an idiot. Yep, that's true.
And it seems to me like FouseyTube wants his manager to be like his babysitter. Fousey has a bad time taking accountability for his actions, stuff he does himself, and then he blames everyone else but him. And just a few hours ago, he broke up with his girlfriend live on stream. This is like his 25th Maniac episode in the last week. And I do think this is way worse than the whole July 15th situation. And just a few hours ago, he completely doxed himself, his team, and if you watch his streams, you know that he's sharing where he is. This guy's crying and bitching about privacy, but at the same time, he's telling everyone where he is.
What'd you say?
Yo, I'm Gamble. I'm the guy that was calling your mom and sister and brother and shit.
Classic clip again, bruh. Like I haven't seen him yell over and over again yet. Is this just the same fucking video? Fucking time loop, bruh. Getting time looped, bruh. Enough about Fousey, I need to move on from this guy.
Good evening. I was feeling rather sophisticated, so I threw on a pair of these spectacles. They're not like a...
Bro, that's offensive to me, bro. Like, you wearing glasses, even though I know damn well you don't need them, is offensive. I am now offended. What changes? Nothing. Maybe my Twitter. Because maybe I'll tweet about this guy wearing glasses.
...or anything, unless that prescription is an ass beating on blue light. Because these are just some blue light blocking glasses, I think. The main purpose is they're supposed to help you sleep better, and I've been having a hard time going night-night recently, so I'm giving them a whirl to see if they help at all. This isn't like a hashtag ad or anything, it's just I know most of you haven't seen me in glasses.
Bro, he might actually fall asleep in this video, because if they're meant to help him sleep and he's wearing them in this video, he's gonna fucking go night-night while he's watching this clip, bro.
So I wanted to explain the jump scare here, because I've learned it's always an alarming situation when I don't look exactly the same like a goddamn cartoon character. So anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to make fun of some losers, some turbo douchebags that...
Who, me? Like, don't make fun of me, bro. I'll cry.
Just recently embarrassed themselves. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen the clip. I don't know if I can show the clip, so I'm just going to show an image from it and explain what happened. Yesterday was Gamescom, which is a huge gaming show.
Yeah, well, I watched this live, and this guy fucking out of nowhere just jumps up on the stage and fucking starts to ramble about, I think it was GTA 6 or something. He was so excited about GTA 6 that he couldn't contain his excitement. He had to go up on stage, interrupt the fucking show for about a few minutes before the security escorted him out. There. That's a brief fucking of a description of what happened last night or the other night. I don't know. I lose track of time real fucking easy.
Case where a lot of trailers and a lot of information come out about games that are coming up, and it's something a lot of people tune into. It's hosted by Jeff Keighley, and pretty much right off rip for the presentation, a rowdy little rascal in the audience went up on stage with his goofy glue-sniffing sidekick and did a little unholy fusion dance of cringe, just interrupting the whole thing for this.
Don't be jealous. I'm not allowed to say anything about it. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, guys. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Really disappointed.
I told you, like, he was rambling about GTA 6. That's what I said. See? My description was spot
It's just
on,
so
bruh.
disappointing. This
Apart
is
from
such
the
a special night
stutters.
for so many developers.
Goober really tried to emulate Matan. I'm sure most of you remember the Bill Clinton kid from last year. After the Game of the Year award was given out, he went on to the mic and said that he wants to dedicate the award to his Reformed rabbi, Bill Clinton. And it actually, like, blew up his online presence as a result of that. And this absolute goofball thought he could get the same thing happen to him. So he went up on stage, tried the same thing basically, and got zero clout, and nobody laughed. It was just met with sighs and boos. Oh brother, this guy stinks. And he wasn't alone. Most people don't even realize that there was a friend of his that went up there with him. So if you freeze frame right here, and I feel like I'm getting in a fucking, like, some kind of film Easter egg here where I have to break it down in order for you to see the hidden messages. There is another guy on stage who is not supposed to be there.
This fucking guy, bro. I think... So that's right at the beginning of him getting up there. But this guy just does a taunt like he's fucking Randy Orton or fucking Edge. This other guy is trying to actually interrupt this presenter. And this presenter's like having none of it. He's like, every year they get me with the same bullshit. I'm sick of it, bruh. So it's just like, okay, thank you. Where's the fucking security though, bruh? So yeah, security was kind of slow, but if they were right in the front row, which they probably was, the security had like that reaction time that they needed to friggin' load in before they processed what the fuck was going on, because someone that was watching from his bed, I thought this was a part of the show at first. Like, this guy standing up, I thought he brought him up on stage. Shows that I never know what's going on any time in my life when I'm watching videos. But this other guy starts rambling about GTA 6 and I'm like, bro, did the mental asylum come up on stage or something, bruh? Because this guy is just as mentally ill as FusyTube. All that he thinks of is GTA 6. When he goes to sleep, all he sees is GTA 6. This guy, he probably has a pillow of the words GTA 6 and he humps it at night, bruh. That's how fucking obsessed he is, bruh. They're working on it. They've given you a release date. I don't know if they showed you any gameplay, but we've got a release date. It's in 2025 or some shit. So just wait. Be patient. Just be patient, in the great words of Stephen A. Smith.
He's the guy doing this pose, like, you know, are you not entertained? And the answer was a resounding no. Nobody was. This is lame as fuck. He had the gall to put his online handles on his shirt, thinking that people would...
Oh! I didn't realize. I actually didn't realize he had a handle on his shirt. I thought this was like Austin, like a Stone Cold Steve Austin jumper. I thought that was the addition, another wrestling shirt. I didn't know it was his handle. See, I never know what's going on. Just goes to show.
Put his online handles on his shirt, thinking that people would flock to it and be like, wow, that was such a good troll. But what's so good is no one even realized he was there. This man was basically invisible. I had to catch him like some kind of ghost in a photograph. I had to freeze frame because I thought I caught a glimpse of something, and it was this dumb asshole. So he tried to get, like, clout out of it even more desperately than his friend who just went up there with the Bill Clinton wants GTA 6 line. He actually put his handles here, and nobody saw it. The camera cut away too quick to see it, and even if you do pause it, it's too blurry because he was moving too fast for it to actually pick up what the words say. And just when you thought the L couldn't get any bigger here, what if I told you this isn't that one guy's first time doing it? A couple years ago, he went on a different show in Germany and basically did the same routine but without Bill Clinton. He just said, GTA 6, where's GTA 6? And got water thrown on him and kicked out. It's just so pathetic.
The idiot clout chaser's never learning, bro. He didn't learn from the water, and hopefully he learned from getting manhandled by the security. I guess the security in the back kind of got the other guy and probably shoved his arm up his back and was like, "You're coming with us too, bro. You can't fool us, you're not a part of this show."
Fairly desperate for just an ounce of attention. And he doesn't even get that. People just boo and move on, completely forgetting about this guy. It already happened to him once ago.
By the end of that show, I was so my mind was so cluttered with shit-ass games reveals that I just didn't remember that those guys were even at the event.
A couple years ago, so he said, "You know what? What about second breakfast?" And tries it again. This time he tried to follow the recipe that Matan laid down, but he was unable to get in the kitchen and get the same result here. He tried to copy his homework but failed. So he got no clout, no attention, nothing out of it.
And no bitches. Say no bitches, but he gets nothing. He loses. Good stay, sir. I almost said good stay. Yeah, he had a good stay with the security guard fucking throwing him out.
Just a complete waste. Legitimately just a massive waste. And his friend, even bigger waste. They need to be stricter with security here. This has to be a wake-up call. Last year was bad enough because Matan was on stage for like the entire acceptance speech. He was on stage for like 15 minutes and no one did shit. No one recognized he wasn't supposed to be there. This guy walked right up, no problem, no questions asked, and also lingered for quite some time, him and his friend. Like, that's just dangerous. That is just dangerous. The security has got to be improved at these kind of events. Otherwise, people are going to stop going to them from the industry because it's just downright not safe. You could have an absolute fucking lunatic in the crowd that goes up that's doing more than just saying Bill Clinton. Like, it's...
Yep, and if they were, like, hanging around and loitering, like I think he just explained, but my little brain, it just goes over my head. It's like, joke, you, bye-bye. And, but yeah, when it comes to the security, if they're hanging around in one area for too long, move them on. Because they might be planting some C4 like it's an A site of fucking CSGO. Bro, move them on and fucking try to spot if they were planting a package, bro.
It's pretty crazy that they haven't taken those steps to ensure this doesn't happen again.
And it's in Germany. They have knives in Germany. I don't know if they have gun laws, but someone could have been wielding a machete ready to kill the host, and rip bozo, because the security is so delayed in their brain. That it's like I'm one of the security guards. Their brain is so delayed, bro.
Now it's happened twice. Also, I just wish Jeff Keighley was a little bit more mean in a situation like this. Him telling them that it's disappointing, like he's right, it definitely is disappointing and pathetic stuff, but go a little harder. This is that kind of special, embarrassing moment that will haunt you for the rest of your life, and I just wish Jeff Keighley put that little cherry on top of the cake. Like, I would have laughed my little tookus off if Jeff Keighley just hit them with like a sarcastic, haha, good one. Just something. Because this was a flop. And just imagine Jeff Keighley driving the nail even deeper. Just in the moment, making sure that he rubs their nose in it. Like, damn, You know, I got paid a visit by the doofus committee here. You came on stage, you stunk it up with this cringe. What a waste of time.
Well, he's not a comedian trying to get back at somebody heckling him. He's literally a presenter that's not meant to be saying jokes. They're very tight on time, so they had to get him out of there so he could just be like, well, that happened, let's move on. Paying them exactly no attention because they've got a time to keep to. From the start of the event to the finish of the event, someone interrupts them or more than one person interrupts them, they have to try to keep things moving while the security are dealing with that.
It's great to be. Take your seat at the table at Sky Vegas Live.
Don't take your seat at the table, do not smoke the devil's lettuce, because if you go in a casino, online or offline, your PP will get smaller, and if you're a female, your tits will get smaller.
I just wish he had done something to like really highlight to their face how embarrassing.
Every time you put money down, your PP or tits get even smaller, bruh. You will be flat-chested by the end of that gamble session.
Should be for them. Now, obviously, I think these two didn't get like thrown in the slammer or anything. They probably just got trespassed from the venue or something. Maybe, I don't even really know. But no doubt they went home super giddy to see the response, hoping that their follower numbers got pumped up or something, and this stirred a big controversy. And I can only imagine the shock and disgust that washed over them when they realized nobody fucking cared. Nobody.
Their reaction was, we did this for no reason. We did this to try to get some clout. Nothing happened. We're still irrelevant, just as irrelevant as that one guy on Twitch and that one guy over on YouTube, because I'm on YouTube and Twitch.
Nobody knew who they were. People quickly made fun of them and moved on. It didn't even trend. There were just like 2 posts about it, one from Zexerto. It was just like 500 comments in total across both posts, and people couldn't even be bothered to throw tomatoes. They'd either just leave a picture of Matan and saying, like, the worst copycat attempt I've ever seen, or not even that much, just something like weak and moving on.
I didn't do anything with it. You know what I did after the event was over? I went to bed, tucked myself in, and I was like, don't even remember those dudes. What happened at the game com thing? Games were revealed, and so was a movie. But those dudes, they're a vivid memory. In one ear, out the other.
This was probably one of the worst plays for attention I've ever seen. It's got me talking about it though, but that's only because I love to roll around in the mud of silliness, and this is quite silly. They tried so fucking hard to get some kind of attention from this. One of them tried twice, and both attempts fell right on their fucking face. It just, nothing, less than nothing out of this for them. Just now, a little Boy Scout.
If they wanted to really get their friggin' things like TikTok out or whatever they were trying to advertise, get a banner or like a flag and ask the security if you can pull it on the stage area, and if they say yes, tie it to the stage. That would get you more followers than you rushing the stage. Unless they rip it down before the show goes live.
A badge of shame that they can.
But that's why you always ask permission, because to confirm that it's going to stay there throughout the whole show.
Both remember fondly, I guess. I'm really hoping this doesn't become some new trend. This is the second time it's happened, and hopefully the last one. I think it should be buried after this last awful attempt here. I'm hoping this Bill Clinton, charging the stage meme doesn't continue past this. And I really do hope they start upping the security and actually taking security seriously.
Just listen at the boos, bro. Nobody wants you to do that shit. So stop giving the people what they don't want, bro. Give the people what they want, and that is your shit content, I guess. Well, they don't even want that. But I'll still be here posting shit content. until the day that I do, because it's my channel, nobody else's. Nobody can tell me what I can and can't post. But it's still shit, and I acknowledge that. Acknowledged.
The upcoming events, that way this kind of shit doesn't even have a chance of happening at like the upcoming Game Awards or anything. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's really about it. So yeah.
Take a stand.
But people would want your like worthless content more than they would want you to rush a stage and interrupt their show.
Our free daily wheel of wins to win prizes, time and...
Right, next video. Oh, it's the Disney people. 22 minutes, 46 seconds, but what, less 1 minute, so that's like 21 minutes now, because I am not watching your ad, or was it advertisement? I don't know. You have an advertisement in the beginning of this video, I think, so I skipped it. Ha, unlucky, you get no bitches. And I was on BRB when you tried to advertise that to me and my audience, and I skipped it, bro. How does that make you feel? Good? Good.
Mitchell Musso. Kicking us off is Mitchell Tate Musso.
Bro, this guy from Hannah Montana, I think. He's got different hair nowadays, and he's got... Why does his chin freaking... Why does he have such a strong chin? Like, that pulse you when you go in for a kiss, bro. That can't be pleasurable for the females.
year-old actor, also a musician, hailing from Garland, Texas. Before losing his edge, arguably, Musso had a solid career at Disney. He was particularly famous for his role as Oliver Ken in Disney sitcom Hannah Montana. That role also propelled him into a leading role in Pair of Kings, where he played...
I don't remember Pair of Kings. Like, I remember watching it, but I don't remember, like, anything that happened in that show.
King Brady. Also in 2010, he became host to a hidden camera reality show, Prank Stars. Now, these are only highlights to Mitchell Musso's accomplishments because there's a lot to go over. He got into acting at the young age of 8, and even before his Hollywood debut in 2004 on the show Secondhand Lions, he had been cast in other films like Am I Cursed and The Key Man. Also, in the time between his role in Hannah Montana and Pair of Kings, he featured in several films in different capacities, including voice acting. For example, he was the voice of Kurt, Bobby Hill's friend in some episodes of King of the Hill. He was also the voice of Jeremy Johnson in Phineas and Ferb. He voiced
I did not know that, bruh. Like, I used to watch Phineas and Ferb all the time. I didn't know he was voicing one of the characters. I knew Ashley Tisdale voiced one of the characters, but I didn't know he did it as well. Damn, dude. You learn something new every single day, and I just learned that.
Bobby Hill's friend in some
Life-changing.
episodes of King of the Hill. He's also the voice of Jeremy Johnson in Phineas and Ferb. He voiced Aang in an unaired version of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and also DJ in Monster House. Musso was also featured as Raymond Fig in Life is Rough, so clearly he had a lot going on. And still, that wasn't all. He had a music career running parallel to his acting. In 2009, he released his debut album under Walt Disney Records. He even got to create original tracks and perform remakes of existing songs for Disney films. He sang a remix version of Lean On Me for the film Snow Buddies, and then, alongside Tiffany Thornton, he recorded the song Let It Go that was used in the film Hashing Pete, not the Frozen Let It Go. Also, in 2009, Musso opened for Metro Station. You know, the classic pop rock band that gave us the hit single Shake It. Shake, 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 shake it.
Ah, not that song, bro. Now it's in my head, bro. Leave my brain alone, bro.
These are just some of his musical highlights. His accomplishments as a musician are just as impressive as his acting ones. Now,
Bro,
Musso...
why is he dressed like me going to a fucking job interview, bro?
His accomplishments as a musician...
Apart from the hat, I don't wear hats. But yeah, this is literally my clothes. Black ass tie and a fucking white ass shirt for when I attend job interviews, bro.
are just as impressive as his acting.
Why is he dressed like
what
that?
What did Musso do to tarnish such an impressive resume? Well, it's alleged that it's all thanks to a 2011 DUI, as reported by People, the popular online publication, on the early Sunday morning, 3:43 a.m. on October 16th.
You had it all, like Jeff Hardy, and you just decided to copy Jeff Hardy, bro. And now you have nothing. Jeff Hardy is just clinging on to his last bit of fucking success before he's goes into the shadow realm because of his DUIs and his demons. Bro, don't follow that path. It's a very dark path, bro. Nobody respects anybody that does DUI. Nobody respects Jeff Hardy anymore because of his recent DUIs, bro. But yeah, you don't want to fall down a path full of DUIs, because that means nobody will respect you anymore. Everybody hates drunk drivers. We all denounce them.
2011, Musso was arrested under the suspicion of
Because
driving under
nobody likes when you're putting others around you in danger. It's one thing putting yourself in danger, but then putting someone else in danger with you, yeah, it's not okay.
Influence, with the police confirming that his blood alcohol level was well over. Musso had driven through an intersection and failed to do what an officer instructed him to do. At the time, Musso was 20 years old, which was below the legal drinking age of 21. He went to jail, but was released on a $5,000 bail. He eventually accepted a plea deal and got 36 months of probation with no jail time. In an interview with Eon,
why does he have E-Rob eyes? Like, one eye bigger than the other. Like, he's looking like E-Rob right now with earrings.
Probation with
and more hair, mind you.
Jail time. In an interview with E! Online, he said, "Becoming an adult, I've learned firsthand that stepping up and taking responsibility is the best way to move forward. I am especially thankful to my family and fans for their unwavering support and encouragement. I am glad to now put this in the past." This was after the plea deal. According to TMZ, while Disney and Musso have been in the talks to move the actor from kids' shows to young adult projects, the DUI...
Now I'm seeing it. His eye has all it. He is the original E-Rob. Bro, damn, dude. He's got the wonky eyes too.
Has led to the move being made immediately. So instead of Disney waiting for another season of Pair of Kings before making the decision, they quickly replaced him with a character played by Adam Hicks. At the time, Musso was also hosting the Prankstar show, which had aired 4 episodes by the time of his arrest. Learning of the DUI issue and fearing any bad publicity, Disney immediately canceled the show, making it one of the shortest running shows on Disney Channel, with only 6 episodes ever being produced. 2 episodes that had already been filmed and were being planned to air were also pulled from the programming schedule. Musso's acting career took a big hit after the DUI incident, and his music career flatlined, but it did pick up a bit in 2022. He did, however, manage to salvage the situation, given he did voice acting for Phineas and Ferb and Milo Murphy's Law. It's even alleged that Musso's saving grace was that Disney had quietly kept him on their payroll even after binning his show and acting slots after the DUI. The Mitchell Musso case is a really interesting one because he didn't do anything to anyone else. It's just, you gotta be on edge when you're working for Disney. You know, this was a horrible look for Disney and they obviously just wanted nothing to do with him afterwards. But I did see somewhere, the reason I thought about this whole video idea was because he came up on my For You page. I believe it was him, or maybe it was a fan page, but it was just, I think the caption was something along the lines of so this is what he's doing now, and he was just making music. Nothing crazy, but seems like a pretty normal dude. It just really sucks that he was drunk driving when he was 20, and you know, who knows where his career would have been if he didn't do that one night when he was only 20 years old. That's crazy, a decision you make at 20, boom. Now he's 32.
Well, decisions have consequences. Your actions have consequences in this world. And nobody likes it when you're putting other road users at risk by your stupid behaviour of drinking alcohol. That's not the problem. Drinking alcohol, everyone likes a good time, but when you are willing to get behind a wheel, knowing that you are drunk as fuck, nah, that's not okay. So kind of deserved, but at the same time, 20 years old, he was young, he was stupid, but at the same time, and wasn't he drinking underage as well? It's 21 over in the state of United States, so therefore, he was underage drinking and operating a motor vehicle under the influence, bruh. Putting yourself in danger, fair enough, but putting other road users in danger, can't condone it. So he deserved he ruined his career because he was a dumbass.
So, damn. Yeah, whatever. I hope he learned from his mistakes. Let's head on to the next one.
Your actions have consequences in this world, so doesn't matter if you're 20 or 1 years old. It catches up to you, eventually. Remember that, TUV.
Hey guys, I just want to take a quick break to talk about today.
Fuck off, motherfucker.
Jake T. Austin. Jake T. Austin definitely took DUI to a...
Bro, it's the guy from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, bro. Why are all these child stars beginning to break laws, bro? These guys, bro.
Hailing from New York City.
It's a sad story.
Proudly embracing his Puerto Rican heritage, Jake's acting career goes back as early as 2002 when he was appearing in commercials. He was 8 at the time. He made his first credited acting appearance a year later in 2003 for a role in Kid 1698, a comic sketch in The Late Show with David Letterman, and he kept growing from there. In 2005, for instance, he landed a major role where he voiced Diego, Dora's cousin, in Nickelodeon's Dora the Explorer.
No way, I didn't realize this guy was on Dora the Explorer, bro. I used to watch her every single day as a toddler, bro. And then when I grew up, I was like, why did I like this show, bro? There's no point to it. I'm gonna watch SpongeBob now.
Explorer. He voiced that character even on the spin-off, Go Diego Go. He then did voice roles in The Ant Bully and Everyone's Hero before his first live-action role.
I think I watched Go Diego Go. Ah, didn't even know he was behind the voice. Amazing. That was before I watched Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. So damn, dude. Little did I know he was behind a lot of programs that I watched at the time. Pog. Fun, entertaining, interesting guy.
Perfect game. However, his debut at Disney was under the role of Chris in Johnny Capahala, before he got casted as Max Russo on...
Oh, that's where he's from. I'm stupid. He's from Wizard of Waverly Places. I thought he was from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I'm stupid, bruh.
Place. The role of Max Russo made him particularly famous and cemented his career at Disney. Riding on that fame, he landed other roles between 2011 and 2014, including voicing Fernando in Rio and Rio 2. He also got a guest appearance in Drop Dead Diva, and a role as Rob Fisher in Law & Order. I'd say that's pretty impressive. Well, there's actually more. In 2013, Jake landed his next major role after Max Russo. He was cast as Jesus Foster in the famous teen drama The Fosters. It was at this point, 2 seasons into the show, that his career would take a hit. Should we say a self-inflicted hit, and he's still trying to come back from it. So what happened? Jake got into 2 DUI incidents, and they were pretty insane. First, on October 8th, 2013, he was arrested after being pulled over for driving at night without headlights. Apparently, police officers had smelled booze when they approached his vehicle, and Jake had performed poorly in the sobriety test that they administered on site. A little over a month later, on November 19th, 2013, he got into a more serious DUI incident. This time, it's alleged that under the influence of alcohol, while driving a 2010 Audi with New York plates, Jake ran into 3 other cars in the early hours of the morning. A clip of the accident, as shared by TMZ, went viral.
So let me ask you something. You say that now you know it's Jake. How do you now know it's Jake?
Well, when we were finishing filling out like the paperwork, one of my friend's cars was one of the cars that was hit. So, you know, the officers pulled the registration. They had to open his car because he'd lost his car and fled the scene with his friend. So they unlocked his car and dug through his car and found his registration, and that's how we knew him, because they put his registration, his address, and his name on the police report for the insurance company.
Well, okay, so what you know is that Jake owned the car, but how do you know? Now, you've seen...
Oh, but no, that's when we put it together, we were like, oh, that's who that is. Because, like, there was a bunch of people standing outside after, but only myself and one other neighbor actually saw him, and he's like, that guy looks familiar, but I wasn't really thinking of, like, placing him with anybody, because that wasn't, like, the first thing on my mind.
So once the police told you that Jake is the owner of the car, did you then go and look, like, Google him or something, and find an image of him, and that
triggered it, and it was like, of course that's him. Yeah, that's exactly who that was.
He had been with a friend in the car, and in a bizarre twist...
he was so relevant that you could Google him, and he would show up, and you're like, oh, I know this guy. I didn't know him from the name, but I know him from the face. It's like, bro, you either know him or you don't. And if you don't know him, then yeah, how does she not know him from the fucking name? She literally said, I think that's Jake. Let's Google this guy. Yeah, it's Jake. And it's like, bro, how you didn't know the name but you knew the face? But you had to Google something so you knew the name as well. Like, bruh, that's when she's got that fake mentality, like, fake friend, bruh. I know this famous actor, but what is his name again? Exactly, fake friends, bruh. She wants to forget this guy, but she can't, because he keeps on popping up and hitting her friends' cars, because he wants to go out, get drunk, and operate a vehicle that can literally kill people. I don't like this guy anymore. Childhood ruined with one video by Tuv. Thanks, Tuv. TUV.
Immediately after the crash, he left the scene. Witnesses reported seeing him throw a bottle of vodka out the window and fleeing from the scene in an Uber. His lawyer then called the cops and told him that all the victims would be fully compensated and there was no need to prosecute. Oh, and
did he actually think his fingerprints wouldn't be on that bottle of vodka? He does not think things through, huh? He's like me, dumb as fuck. I should be friends with this guy. But if I, like, my mother would be fucking paranoid. You're with a DUI guy? You're going out and he's driving, bro? Yeah, just don't kill my son. And it's like, we both drink, he comes back fucking drunk as fuck, hits my brother's car, hits my mother's car, hits the next door neighbour's car, hits the whole neighbourhood's cars, and he drops me off and I'm like, you've just been in an accident. No, I haven't, bro. I'm too drunk to think that I've been in an accident. But he would have to pay a lot of people back if he did that in my neighbourhood. We don't play, bro. You hit our cars, we hit your face. That's how the world works.
He didn't get charged for fleeing the scene because he apparently left to seek medical treatment at the ER due to an injury to his mouth. Now, the rumor is that Jake was dropped from another season.
How do you injure your mouth in a car collision, bro? What the fuck was he doing? Eating an apple at the time?
3 of the Fosters due to this trouble with the law. He later made a comment that might corroborate this version, saying that taking a break from acting helped him from getting out of hand. This is just speculation though. And the reason I'm saying the whole issues with the law leading him to being dropped from the Fosters could be speculation is because there's an alternate explanation. MovieWeb, for instance, writes that Jake left the show because he wanted a bigger part. This character he was playing was gonna get smaller parts after the 2nd season, so he decided to take the chance.
And now where is he now? Where is he? I can't see him on my TV screens. Bro, you wanted a bigger role, now you've got the smallest role ever, and that is called fucking average Joe like me, bro. Just because you wanted to DUI, bro. But then again, I've never seen you in anything. He would have never been a big actor, because I never seen him in anything other than Wizards of Waverly Places, unless he was in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, which they haven't said that he was. So I don't think he was in that. He just looks like one of the guys or 2 of the guys.
And play new characters. Either way, he was replaced with Noah Centineo for season 3. Also, regardless of the version of events around him leaving the show, his career did take a huge hit. That's undeniable. The DUI incident has followed his reputation ever since, and a lot of people think that he didn't end up being as great as he could have been. For instance, he got voice acting roles in 2017, including...
Oh no, not that fucking movie, bro. I hated the Emoji Movie, bro. It was so goofy, and I just cringed. I cringed in public, bro. When you cringe in public and then you look around and everybody's cringing, that was not a good movie, bro.
And has some upcoming projects as of 2023.
I almost went, cause like our movie theater is near some train tracks, I almost went full force at the fucking train station. Like, bro, I could not handle that level of cringe again.
Black Friday, Pledge Trip, Paw Patrol, The Mighty Movie, and Daft State, which aren't that bad, but you're gonna be compared to that biggest show you were on, which for him was Wizards of Waverly Place. Yeah. And let's be honest, if you compare any of them to Selena Gomez, she's light years ahead of all of them. So, of course, that's going to have a lot of people compare more often than they should. But still, this dude had talent, and I don't know.
He should have hung out with Selena Gomez more. Went down her path, and then they both could have had very successful careers. But now, only one of them have a very successful career, while Jake wanted to do his own things, grab the bottle and fucking drive it around fucking drunk. Your actions have consequences in this world, bruh. Irrelevant now. You're more irrelevant than me. Some people, a selection of very small group of people, know what I'm doing. Who knows what this guy's doing? I don't know. Do you know, Mr. Tough?
I'm gonna say it without sounding rude, I guess, but it would have been great to see him further in his career by now. Adam Hicks. So far, we've talked about DUIs, and if Disney stars getting DUIs surprises you, then we're about to be shocked too.
This is the guy from Seek and Luther. I know what he's doing right now. I've seen clips out there of him like doing some really bad shit to people, and I'll let him explain because this is his video, not mine. This is my stream, but his video.
what Adam Hicks did. Our next star is Adam Hicks, whose full name is Adam Paul Nielsen Hicks. Hicks was born in Las Vegas, Nevada in November 1992 and is a well-known, multi-talented individual who has dabbled in acting, rapping, singing, and songwriting. While it's unclear at what age he began acting, it's undeniable that he's good at his craft. He's known for being cast in The Boy Next Door as Jason Zimmer, Pair of Kings as a replacement to Mitchell Musso, How to Eat Fried Worms as Titus, and a co-lead role as Luther Waffles on Zeke and Luther. Also,
yeah, bro, Zeke and Luther, like, I used to watch that show all the time. It was hilarious, but unfortunately, he goes down a very dark path and wants to hurt people. But let TUV tell the story. I'm not the storyteller, I'm just an idiot reacting to this video.
Shout out Lemonade Mouth, one of the best underrated Disney movies of all time. However, among all these...
Bro, Lemonade Mouth, I really hate it. It was not my cup of water. It was literally just... I couldn't... I don't know. It was like a band program or something. I don't know. Like, it was complicated for me. It was funny, I think, maybe. But it was about being forming a band or some shit like that. It was so bad, bro.
Being on Zeke and Luther made a significantly positive impact on his reputation, and he arguably grew popular under that show, which had him for 77 episodes. Hicks' other notable acting projects include his role as Wen Gifford in Lemonade Mouth, his music...
You know, that show, Zeke and Luther, fucking got me into skateboarding. That was the day that I realised I could not skateboard.
Career was also pretty solid as he wrote, recorded, and got featured in remixes of songs that were used in Disney's productions. For instance, he wrote Determinate, Breakthrough, and Living on a High Wire, and all three of those songs were used in Lemonade Mouth. Determinate, yeah, nah, that soundtrack was crazy too. I'm not even listening to that after this. Of course, these are just some...
Bro, this guy is a loser. And that's coming from an actual loser, bro. How does that make you feel, TUV? You don't know me, little bro, so it doesn't make you feel any type of way. Good. I don't like hurting people's feelings.
Highlights of his music career. Now, one thing I found interesting is that Hicks' career had been solid up until he took up the role of King Boz in Pair of Kings, where he replaced Mitchell Musso. And just to refresh your memory, our first Disney star on this list to ruin their career was Mitchell Musso. He got into trouble with the law and somehow ended up losing his part in Pair of Kings. So what are the chances that the dude they got to replace the dude that ruined his career, this dude that was going to replace him, ruined his career too? What happened? Although, to be clear, his run-ins with the law started in 2018, and between 2013, when he last featured in Pair of Kings, in 2018, he had been in other acting roles. Some of the shows he featured in include Shifting Gears, Freakish, Little Savages, CSI, Windsor, and Texas Rising. Anyway, as being reported by Variety, on Wednesday, January 24th, 2018, Hicks was arrested on a suspicion of a string of armed robberies.
Exactly, bro. That's what I was on about. He was harming people. Yep. Very dark path from Disney star to a armed robber. And if you do that on flashing lights, bro, I'm coming for your ass because I'm a good cop in flashing lights.
You heard that right. Not one, but multiple armed robberies. According to the Burbank Police Department, Hicks had been accused of robbing several people on the streets of the San Fernando Valley area. Apparently, Hicks, who was 25 at the time, and his girlfriend, Danny Tamburo, who was 23, would go up to people walking in the area, stick a gun in their face, and demand cash and other valuables.
And that's why I hate this guy now. Like, bruh. You had it all, and you had money too. You had everything. What did you need to rob, bruh? That's what confuses me, bruh. Is what the fuck did this Disney star need to rob? He had money. He was probably very wealthy. What do you need to rob? Fucking shoes or some shit?
Two of the victims were
It doesn't
elderly
make
women in their
sense.
70s. A SWAT team was sent to his house in the 1800 block of North Niagara Street. Later that day, at 2 p.m., they arrested him. On his premises, they found a gun and stolen property. This incident was, of course, shocking to a lot of people, but some felt it was within Hicks' capacity to do so, especially after TMZ revealed that he had 2 prior arrests on his record for, first, firing a gun and shooting himself in the leg, and second, for battery. The 2 prior
What a fucking idiot, bruh. Shooting a gun and shot himself in the leg, bruh. Probably karma for his past actions of robbery, bruh.
Had, however, been dismissed for lack of sufficient evidence. Regarding the robberies, it just makes it interesting that he did them all within minutes of each other, and makes you wonder if he was just bored one day and decided to rob some people. Regardless, after the arrest, he was held on a $550,000 bail.
Fat bitch, bruh. He's the type of guy that I fucking would beat up if he was trying to rob me, man. I'd fucking swing at him, bro. Break his jaw. Fatty. Like, all I'd have to do is push him over and he'd just tumble down the hill.
His girlfriend was also held on a $350,000 bail. Hicks's hearing had initially been set for March 23, 2019, but it got delayed after a judge appointed a doctor to help determine his mental state following a claim by Hicks's lawyer that the star wasn't fit for trial. Later, he did appear in court and pled not guilty to 3 felony counts of attempted second-degree robbery and 2 felony counts of second-hand-degree robbery. 3 years after the incident, on June 18, 2021, Hicks was finally sentenced to 5 years for 1 count of robbery. His girlfriend received her sentence back in 2019, where she got 3 years of formal probation. In March 2022, Hicks was released on parole after he got credited for the 1,460 days that he spent in jail while awaiting sentencing. Now, another interesting part of Hicks' story is that he gave an interview after his jail term, and it got a lot of people sympathizing with him. In the interview, he opens up about struggling with anxiety and panic attacks, which were worsened by the pressure of being a child actor. He also talks about self-medicating with alcohol, marijuana, and Xanax from a young age. Even worse, he had family troubles with his mom suffering from multiple sclerosis, and the dad refusing to work. At 18, he was basically in debt and trying to transition from a child actor into adult roles. He also struggled with mental health issues, like delusional episodes, that were worsened by his mother's death. Going forward, he seems to be only interested in focusing on his music. He's had singles out periodically since October 28, 2022, with many of them being about his mental health and time in jail.
The truth is, I was arrested, but right after, I was found incompetent to stand trial, which means I was not in my right state of mind during all this or after my arrest. I was flagged by multiple psychiatrists as incompetent to stand trial, which means I could not stand trial because of my mental state. So the
Bro, you claim mental illness, you get off easy.
judge sent me to a hospital where they put me on medication, and it helped me immensely. Then once I regained my competency, I was sent back to LA County Jail, where I had to start the process over again and ultimately take a deal.
We can only hope his...
Bro, if I was a president right now of the United States, his fingers would be off his fucking body, bro. Like, for fucking robbing, bro. He would literally he wouldn't even have hands, he'd just have arms, bro. Try to rob with them, bro. And then he teaches himself how to rob with his feet, chop those off too.
Career goes up from here. This is another person I've actually seen on TikTok and on Instagram Reels, and he just talks about his mistakes. You know, he seems like a very good dude now. But yeah, he seems very mature. He went through a lot. It seems like he learned.
Nothing excuses him from doing those fucking actions, bro. Once you do that and cross that line, you can't be trusted. Hide your wallets and possessions away from the guy at all costs, because you can't trust somebody that has a history of stealing from people.
But once again, you know, I guess when you get a bad image, especially when you're related to Disney somehow, they just like flatline your career. If you're watching this, bro, just keep up with your music and definitely just learn from your mistakes. That's all I can really say. Stoney,
bruh, I don't care what goes on in your life, you never fucking steal from people. Like, those people are now traumatized because of that fat guy. Nah, he's not cool in my book. He will never be cool again. Nah, I will never allow him to entertain me anymore. Because my brain will always remember that he was a robber. And when you're a robber, you never can be trusted. My advice for the dude is fucking grab a store and just hang out.
Westmoreland. We started with DUIs, went to robbery. Now you might wonder, what could top that? Well, lean in, because our next Disney star ruined his career in a way that he may never come back from. I'm talking about Stoney Westmoreland, a well-known American actor and producer born in Kingsport, Tennessee in 1970. Now, before we talk about his scandal and downfall, just like our previous stars, he had a solid career going on, spanning from 1996 to 2018. For example, he featured in prominent films like Godzilla in 1998 as a tunnel guard. He was also in Golden Boy as a producer and World Trade Center as Patty McGee. He also made appearances in popular TV shows like Scandal, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and NCIS, among others. In his most recent and quite significant role, he was cast on the show Andy Mack on Disney Channel as Henry Ham Mack, a grandfather. It was during this role that things would take a very dark turn. In December 2018, Westmoreland was arrested for a pretty serious crime, enticing a minor into... He was accused of soliciting from a 13-year-old teenage boy via the Grindr app after he unknowingly communicated with an undercover officer on the app. The profile had been set up by police detectives and operated near the area where Disney sitcom Andy met. Dude's career is completely dead. Bella Thorne.
He did it to himself. Like, yeah, doing that sort of shit, not okay. Being a child star, well, not even a child star at the fucking time, an adult that does Disney Channel, so Disney Channel star more than a child star, and knowing that you have to like work with kids, your colleagues are literally kids, nah, that's just an eerie and scary thought of child actors like being abused by the guy. I hate that guy, man. I hate him just as much as I hate that Adam Hicks guy.
I love laying in the bath.
I hate this bitch as well.
It's so peaceful. It's a little bit of me.
Full name, Annabella Avery Thorne. Born in Pembroke Pines, Florida, Bella is probably the youngest in terms of career kickoff amongst the Disney stars on our list today. She was born on October 8th, 1997, and began her acting career in 2003.
Doesn't she have an OnlyHans now, bruh?
With an uncredited role in a 2003 film called Stuck on You. She must have been around 6 at the time. Just like our other stars, she has a pretty impressive portfolio. Notably, she's had roles in Dirty Sex Money, My Own Worst Enemy, and of course she played Cece Jones in Shake It Up. Now this last role, playing Cece in Shake It Up, is what she's really known for and was a significant step in her career. She also won awards along the way, including Young Artist Award and the prestigious Imagen Award, or is it pronounced Imagine, whatever.
Bro, people have ruined Bella Thorne for me. When I first got onto Facebook, I thought I was communicating with Bella Thorne, and it was some guy that was wanting me to send him money. It was like, bro, I kept on saying, no, I'm broke, bro, and they kept on saying something weird like, you don't love me enough, and I'm like, bro, I never claimed that I loved you. I told you that I saw you on Disney Channel. That's the whole fucking conversation. Leave me alone, bro. And then I eventually blocked the guy when I established it wasn't Bella Thorne. Childhood ruined.
Following the Disney role in the 2010 to 2013 period, she went on to be cast in other popular films, including Blended, Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Trip, The Babysitter Series, The Duff, Infamous, and the series Famous in Love. These roles spanned between 2014 and 2020. Also, she ventured into music, and her single, Watch Me from 2011, made it to the US Billboard Hot 100, coming at number 86 on the charts. Overall, she's pretty well accomplished. So, how did she ruin her career? Well, the biggest consensus might be that she curved an image that is so distant from her Disney self. She's transitioned into a controversial and sexualized brand, which is as far as someone could be from the Disney image, and she knows it. For instance, while at Disney she had the appearance of perfect, she later admitted in an interview that this was part of the pressure that she didn't appreciate while filming the show Shake It Up. She said, quote, there are definitely a lot of pressures in Disney's eye to be so perfect, and I think that's where Disney in a sense goes wrong, because they make their kids seem perfect. That image is very difficult. It's also never been me. So what is the real Bella Thorne? According
just go to that fucking website that you're on about, bruh.
to Bella, being real about poetry, sexuality, past struggles with abuse, and other areas of her life was a better way to connect with her fans. Again, this is pretty much the opposite of what Disney would allow near their brand. Moving on, her controversial stance didn't stop there. This is because later on, also, while filming for Freeform's Famous in Love, she was called a diva who was uncontrollable and crazy. Now, those are pretty strong words coming from a studio. Anyway, the bigger hit to her image, however, was when she leaked nude photos of herself to get ahead of a hacker who was threatening her in June 2019.
Hey, that's a smart move. Oh, you're threatening that you're gonna leak my nudes? No. Hold my beer right there. I'm gonna do it for you, bruh. Cause you can't get exposed if you expose yourself. She's smart, bruh. I respect that. That's probably what led to her getting her OnlyHans.
Bella, in a stance to, quote, take the power back, posted on Twitter messages from an anonymous person revealing topless selfies of herself in the process. She said, yesterday, as you all know, my shit was hacked. For the last 24 hours, I have been threatened with my own nudes. I feel gross. I feel watched. I feel someone has taken something from me that only I wanted one special person to see. She added, I'm putting this out because it's my decision, and now you don't get to take yet another thing from me. This was a nude photos have followed her reputation ever since. And to make it worse, Bella has continued to find herself in tricky conversations. For instance, in 2019, she directed a film, Her and Him, for P-Hub. And while there's nothing inherently wrong with directing an
Her and Him, like, where can I see it? Link, please? I want Tuv to fucking hit me up on, I don't know, fucking, I don't know, what accounts do I have? I don't know. Just tweet my name out and fucking give me a link, bro. Just tweet it out of I'm watching your Twitter.
Rated film, it's pretty insane to do so as a debut into directing shows. Regarding the experience directing the film, Bella said filming actual sex was quite a fun environment. Then, just a year later in 2020, she joined OnlyFans and riled up a significant portion of her fan base. But why were they mad? Well, she came in and gentrified the whole thing. In an interview with Rolling Stone, one content creator on the platform thought it wasn't so good that a former Disney Channel star with many sources of income would come in and dilute revenue for regular sex workers. Now, I wouldn't say Bella Thorne...
Well, she actually wants... Her Disney career is over, so she wants to... It makes money to... Well, she wants more money from OnlyFans. And she did. She got just what she wanted. She made $1 million, bro. Like, where's my $1 million, bro?
One's career is over, but I'm sure a bunch of angry parents would like to say that, and I guess the OnlyFans competitors. But a lot of the people on this list, they suffer from being compared to people. Not the dude that was texting the minor, but the other people, they are still fairly young. So I think they're just always with that pressure, Disney, you need to be good boy, you need to be good girl. So when they start being a normal human being, they just start getting compared. I mean, especially Bella Thorne being compared to Zendaya. Probably he gets that all the time in her DMs in the comments. Zendaya wouldn't do this, you know? Like, it has to be horrible. So I do sympathize with Bella.
I think the other woman has one as well, doesn't she? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure she might have one as well. From what I've heard, maybe. And heard is a key word. I didn't see it, bro.
Bella Thorne,
I have better things to do than to go to OnlyFans in my days.
A lot of the people on this list, not everyone though. But I guess we'll only see with time where her career will lead her in a few years. Alright, that was it for this video. If you guys...
I'm a head out. Right, next one.
This is Charlene O'Banion.
Hi, Charlene
a prison officer
O'Banion.
being accused of sleeping with an inmate.
You felt nails like soaking through my
That is a
body.
common thing that happens in fucking prison, though. So therefore, she just did what's normal in prison, sleeping with inmates, because that's literally a thing that happens all over the world in prisons. Like the inmate seduces the prison guard and she like falls in love, and then boom, they have this like prison relationship. Then eventually it leads up to her trying to bust him out of prison. Not bust him like down there, bust him out of prison, bro. So yeah. And then sometimes it's successful, other times they're like, what are you doing with this inmate all the way down here? And they get caught, and then the inmate goes back to prison with the female guard, but she goes to a female prison. Obviously they can't like mix the roles in prison, because that's some unspeakable things happen in prison, even to when it's guy on guy kind of action and girl on, well, women on women action. So imagine if they friggin' cross-gendered prisons, bro. That would be like not a pleasant thing to do. That's why there's like, if they do unspeakable things to other guys and they're meant to be straight in prison, then yeah, if you cross-gendered, it would be like turned up to 1,000, bro.
After hearing rumors from other officers that had seen her and Jason Parker together, an investigation was opened up. Charlene thinks she flew under the radar and got away, but what she doesn't know is that the detectives have all the evidence they need. And they're about to expose and embarrass her in the most brutal way possible.
And you know what's bad about this situation? Most of these female guards that gets with inmates have a man waiting for them at home, and they are cheating at the time, so she will lose her job and her husband, and she will probably lose the custody of her kids, because like they've got all the evidence is here, so the man gets the custody of the kids, and then she's left with nothing, no job. And now has to do minimum wage work as a cleaner, cleaning shit off the toilets. And yeah, she had everything and she just ruined it for one guy in prison. For some unknown reason. I don't get why women want an inmate, but some women like bad boys. They need to grow up. You're not a little girl anymore. You shouldn't be going for the bad boys. You are a fully developed woman and you're still going for a bad boy. You deserve being exposed in this video that I'm about to watch.
You got a lot of that head game. Oh man.
Right from the start, Charlene plays innocent and pretends she doesn't know anything about the allegations.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that. I just kind of want to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
Not at all.
Charlene is...
Since she could ring up the prison to call her inmate lover, I wonder if she actually had a husband then, or if she was single at the time. It makes it better if she's single, but not much better, because you shouldn't be... It's like doing the customer if you're going to a fitting room in retail and doing the customer. It's like something that I wouldn't do, because like customers are fucking... They abuse me. I don't want to be like abused and scarred for life at the same time, so... But yeah, that's the equivalent of effing with the customers. Don't know why you would do it, but hey ho, we live in a society.
Sure that this will work, but the detectives have much more evidence than they're letting on.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for I don't know what period of time, and he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message, and I blocked him on Facebook.
How would an inmate have access to Facebook, bruh?
And I guess one time Parker was going back to Equat to use the bathroom, and he was talking like at the window with me. And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, "Don't talk to her," or something crazy like that.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just.
Yeah.
Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago.
Charlene claims that the only time she's had contact with Jason was a single time outside the jail bathroom, and it was a jealous inmate that started the rumor. But the detective is about to share some evidence that instantly proves that Charlene is hiding something.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there's jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. So can you kind of tell me what's going on?
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then...
Did she say a few months ago, and then she moved it to a few years ago, and they're like, bro, this is a very recent allegation, bro. This is why we pulled you in here. Why would you expect us a few months down the line to pull you into this room when shouldn't you have expected it to come like a few months ago? And now she's saying a few years ago. It's wild, bro. The fucking lies just stack up on top of each other, bro, until she's exposed.
I ended up here, and then he ended up here.
Her story is very sus, in my opinion.
Like, it wasn't anything like that.
And it's hard to follow, for me, anyway.
Apparently, Charlene and Jason knew each other before prison and messed around before they both ended up here. This led to them joking around with each other here, but nothing else. Or at least, that's what she claims.
That's unprofessional. Sack her right now. You shouldn't be joking around in your workplace. Whether you know the guy or not, like, you're at work, bro. You're getting paid for joking around, for being a clown. No, bro. You're at work. Be professional. Treat them like an inmate while you're at work, and then when away from the prison, if he ever gets out of prison, that's when you can talk. And if he never gets out of prison, you just don't talk to him. Simple as. Stay away from him.
In reality, the cops have recorded phone calls from inside the prison that tell a completely different story.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone.
I just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
No, that was like in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. What kind of conversations?
Her stories just make me lose my brain cells, bruh. She's trying hard to lie, and they're like, well, we're on to you because I've heard some sus conversation going on the phone lines, bruh. It's like you called into a flirting show, and here's the contestant and you're meant to friggin' talk to each other for entertainment purposes. It's like, bruh. It's some sus activity going on in these phone lines.
Have you had with him since?
So he's telling her, we've heard some sus activity going on in the phone lines, and she's like, no, not me. Must have been the other woman, female prison guard that works here. It wasn't me. I'm an innocent angel. Are you sure about that? Roll the friggin' voice, the voice recordings, bruh. Expose her.
Here he's been in the jail.
How do you know I needed a beer, bruh? But you're rubbing it in my face that I don't have one right now, and it's too late to get one, bruh. You lost, ha ha ha! These clowns actually lost to Spain, ha ha! You lost to Spain, bro. Imagine.
Talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings. Have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like
Yes.
he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Just 15 minutes into this interrogation,
Means yes. She was but she didn't want to say yes, bro.
Charlene's original...
She knows he's about to air out her dirty laundry right here on YouTube.
story is seeming less and less like the truth. She's been caught in multiple lies, admitted to having sexual relations with Jason in the past, and calling him regularly from her own home. This is highly irregular behavior for a prison officer, and it doesn't take a genius to realize something deeper may be going on. But the detective has some more questions pertaining to some more physical evidence.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about, like, photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
I gave him a photograph of his mom, which he had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
No, you sent him a photograph of your ass crack, bruh. Like, disgusting, bruh.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
Yes.
No.
That's I take that as a yes.
So one of the things we're going to be doing is, like, looking at cameras and stuff, too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone? Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
It's important to remember that Charlene has worked at this prison for a while now, and as such will know all the ins and outs of everything such as security camera blind spots and patrol officer schedules.
I feel like they shouldn't teach you all of that shit, but you have to know it because you have to know to check the blind spots, because someone could literally be getting murdered in a blind spot of a prison. And I don't even know why prisons have blind spots. It's like, this is the area where you come to die, and it's like, bro, why would you make a room that doesn't have CCTV in there? Install some CCTV in these fucking blind spots. What the fuck is wrong with prisons, man?
You'd think that with all this knowledge, it'd be easy to hide a relationship with an inmate. But it seems that she forgot about a few vital pieces of information. Not least the fact that all phone calls placed from the prison are recorded. But thanks to the detectives, she's about to be reminded of this fact in a devastating way.
Hey, baby.
Hey, that.
Baby, guess what?
What thing?
I just won the blackjack game.
Oh, exposed, bro, man. I don't know why anyone in this whole entire world would want an inmate. Out of any guy ever, you are literally a free woman and you choose an inmate. Why? Like, there's so many guys out there in the free world that you're currently in. Why would you want a cage animal? Explain yourself.
Yay.
I just want $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know, you probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Candace probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker up for you.
Would you really?
Bro, like... My mind... I can't take this, bro. So many... You have Zac Efron somewhere out in the world. You have Justin Bieber somewhere out in the world. You choose a cage animal over them.
Yeah.
You let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag bar and everything?
Bro, this conversation, man. I don't want to know what you like to do in the bedroom. Keep that shit in the bedroom. I don't want it to be on a fucking phone call that I, as a detective, has to listen to, bro.
Yeah, babe.
Listening to your own voice can be bad enough for some people, but listening to your own sexual phone calls in silence with two detectives in the room as you realize you've just been caught red-handed has got to be worse than any prison sentence there is. However, with the language they've used so far, there's no evidence that the pair have actually engaged in any sexual acts. But
they were literally talking nothing but sex in the fucking phone lines, bro. How is that not evidence? Justice system. I hate justice systems, man. Like, that is all the evidence that I need, bro, to suggest that she's been taking off the pants and doing the no pant dance in the fucking bedroom with a fucking inmate, bro. Or at least in prison, because he can't get out, so she'd have to bring the sex to him.
that changes quickly as Jason begins to directly incriminate Charlene on the call.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
That is fucking a lie, bro. This man hasn't seen another woman since he went to prison, bro. Like, you're the only woman contact that he has, bro. My woman's fine. That is a fucking lie. She is not fine. One, she's not that good looking, says me, right? And number two, bro, I hope after this video comes out, well, it already did come out, I hope that nobody will touch her ever again, because prisoners, because of the kind of things that they have to do to assert their manliness, that includes dominate other cellmates. Yeah, he's got so many fucking potential STDs, bro, that it's unbelievable. And she wants she's collecting them like it's fucking Pokemon. She wants all the STDs inside her, bro. Holy shit. This is just sickening. You have a cage animal. You choose a cage animal over them. Anyone literally outside of in the world. Some women are just freaks, bro.
Wow. And you got a lot of that fucking head game. Oh, man.
Why is it always police officers and fucking prison guards that turn out to be freaks, bro. So it's like a lot of stories of female police officers, like they just keep coming out. They keep on getting exposed, bro, of being the freaks that they are.
Wasn't my best moment.
What?
I was just trying to get it done.
Are you in bed?
Don't you get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about that.
You get you horny?
Oh yeah. When you felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes. You get very horny very easy. I always want to have.
Yeah, we can fucking tell because you pick a caged animal to fuck. Bruh. You could have anyone literally out there. But yeah, she is kind of a S-word. A S-lot. Yeah. Whatever that said. Yeah, she just... Bruh. She's an easy woman. She's a simple woman. She wants all the D in the whole entire world. She wants my D, she wants your D, she even wants a caged animal's D, bruh. I can't, bruh. I'm feeling uneasy just listening to this fucking audio tape, and it doesn't even involve me.
Like, that's not even.
Not good.
I mean, it's not like I just like look at someone. I'm like, oh my god, so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
Cap, bro, cap. You get horny for every single man that there is out there living and breathing, bro.
How that sounds from like my point of view, like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No.
The audacity.
Yeah, bro. The audacity to still lie, bro. My God, she said that with a smile, bro. Bro, she knows that she's been caught, but she still is trying to lie to the man that has caught her in 4K, 5K, and an audio tape, bro. You cannot run away from this problem, bro. You cannot hide the fact that you have been doing some sus-ass shit and you are a sus-ass woman.
She has to say no after hearing that phone call is truly remarkable.
Exactly.
But to her credit, she's not going down easily. The detectives try asking her if she thinks Jason would cover for her, and she still doesn't break, sticking to her story that everything that happened outside of prison. Technically, this story could still be true with this phone call, but it definitely is odd for the couple to be recounting events from over 3...
Where can you find the world's biggest casino? Hey, correct answer. Online.
Years ago.
Don't touch those casinos.
In such detail, especially when earlier she struggled to remember any details about the relationship.
You talk about how profound this was, like just giving him this blowjob was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe the blowjob? I mean, is that?
This is how you describe it. You put your mouth onto his private parts, and you started going up and down, bro, with your mouth. How hard is it to describe a blowjob?
About the
Or
blowjob,
BJ?
so if this is a factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like
I mean, like we said in the car, you know.
Like when I asked you who was there, him of course, like when y'all met or whatever, and then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one chick's name after you think about it for 30 seconds. So that's not making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the blowjob from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I'm being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
Just as the detectives say, things really aren't adding up. Yet she's still sticking to her story. Or at least she was, before a switch flipped and she said this.
And what is it?
I'm going to give him a blowjob in the back part of the
In the back part of the quad? Okay. How long ago was that?
The secret's out, and Charlene has confessed. But this matter is more complex than it may seem. In cases of officer-inmate relations, the main question that arises is the issue of consent. Given that Jason and Charlene knew each other prior to being in prison, it's not wrong to assume that consent went both ways in this interaction. However, in these cases, that's actually completely irrelevant. According to a 2005 report, federal law criminalizes all sexual relations and contact between prison staff and inmates, and that all sexual relations between staff...
So she is going to prison, bruh, or a hefty fine, or both.
...and inmates are considered abuse, even if the act would have been considered consensual if it occurred outside of a prison. This is because of the huge amount of inmate abuse that was observed in prisons. In 1996, it was estimated that between 12 and 14% of all prison inmates had been sexually assaulted, and the officers were rarely punished. So to prevent this, a zero-tolerance policy was introduced to try and prevent abuse towards inmates. A policy, it seems, that Charlene completely ignored.
I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things. So
Yeah. What kind of charges? Like.
So it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I can't wait until they slap handcuffs on this hoe, bro. Hopefully.
As it turns out, Charlene would lose her job, and the only time she'd ever be allowed back in jail would be for the 100 days that she'd be made to serve after being found guilty.
God damn, bro. How much is 100 fucking days in prison? Bro, 3 months in prison? God damn. That was not worth the temporary pleasure that she got from that, man.
Of sexual activity with a person in custody.
Deserved. She is creepy. Yeah, that fucking other woman that I just watched is fucking creepy. That's all that I know.
In the modern landscape of the cyberspace, you need to get creative when it comes to promoting your brand or your product. And I want to introduce you to a lady who's on the front lines of innovation, a true pioneer, to promote her OnlyFans. Her name is Camilla, and she's been making headlines this week because of one very degenerate marketing strategy she had for her OnlyFans work. And every headline reporting this called her the girl from Mr. Beast's Squid Game, which was really baffling to me because I didn't recall there being like some kind of front and center superstar girl from the Mr. Beast Squid Games. So I looked into it, and apparently she had like a very brief appearance in that video, and a bunch of curious coomers looked...
Well, why didn't they just call her number 67 in Mr. Beast's video? Why does she have to be known as the girl in Mr. Beast's video, bruh? Because as I can clearly see with my eyeballs,
apparently she had like
I can see another girl. So she isn't just the only girl in the Mr. Beast video. There's also another one. So why would they call her in the headlines the girl from Mr. Beast's video, bruh? When there's literally probably multiple of them.
A very brief appearance in that video, and a bunch of curious coomers looked her up praying she had an OnlyFans, and it kind of blew her up, and then eventually she answered all of their prayers by making the OnlyFans, and now her entire Instagram is dedicated to promotional material just for that. It's all her Instagram is. All she does is try and lead people to that content. A pretty interesting X-Men origin.
At least Mr. Beast gave another person a fucking career. He doesn't give me one, but he gives random people with only hands fucking careers. Wow, the world is sad.
Story for Camilla, and I can't help but notice some shades of familiarity between her story and mine. As all of you know, I was front and center of the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 with my iconic performance as District 8 hospital helper, and that experience helped
It's literally your channel trailer. How can I fucking forget it?
Elevate and propel my presence online. Very similar to her start. However, our paths diverged. Whereas she went to showing her butthole, I went to talking about butthole. So on the forked road, we went our separate ways. And now she's...
What would I rather do? Talk about butthole or show my butthole? Probably talk about it. Mine is like a jungle down there, bro. It would scar like many people if I had an OnlyHands.
Making some weird choices when it comes to how she promotes her OnlyFans. So the one that got her in a lot of hot water is this one.
How does it feel to have a sister that has an OF? My friends always ask me if it's kink, but I don't really know what they mean by that. Do you know? Jesus Christ. Click.
Why would it be a kink, bro? This isn't a fairy tale. This isn't the Hub. They're not actors. He is literally her brother. What the fuck is going on in the world, bro?
The link in my bio. Just, I can't.
It should be pretty obvious why this was disturbing and upsetting for most people. She's using her brother, who is a child, to promote her OnlyFans content. That is some twisted shit. So she has him say that his friends tease him and ask if it's pink, which is talking about her vagina. So...
Bruh. But why, though? Why would you... I don't know why... Why would you even get family involved in something that you're doing? Like, that's your own grind, bruh. Stay in your lane, bruh. Your family doesn't need to know that you're on OnlyHands or the Hub, bruh. That's something that you should keep to yourself. Holy. I stuttered so many times because I'm bewildered of some of these videos tonight, bruh. My brain cells has just left the building.
So she feeds him that line to say, asking about her beef curtains, so that way she can pretend to be shocked that he said it. And of course this is all complete with the Zoomer editing stock sound effect package, so there's constant fucking sound effects and jingling keys going off on every single action, which is beyond annoying. But it's just so weird to use a kid, your own brother, to promote your OnlyFans, and then have him say something about your pussy. Or rather, his friends say something about your pussy. It's so gross. And she just keeps doing it too, diving deeper and...
And his friends would be like, sort of the same fucking age as him, so yeah. The title says it itself on this video, she is fucking creepy.
Deeper into this unhinged lunacy, using her family as her main method of OnlyFans promotion. So she's brought on her cousins, apparently her grandparents too, though that one...
Ain't no way you're getting your fucking grandparents involved in your adult work, bro. Like, to advertise it, bro. Why, though? Like, keep the old people out of it. They don't even know what an OnlyHands is, bro. They don't even know what TikTok is. They think it's a club, bro. Why would you get them involved in something that they know nothing about, bro? Holy shit. Yeah. Title says it perfectly. She is creepy.
Bit of a conspiracy there, and we'll get to it. And she's used her brother in another follow-up video once this one blew up, once again trying to capitalize off it.
So this tweet's going viral on Twitter right now, so I figured I'd call my brother and just check on him, see how he's doing. He's not looking too good, so...
Honestly, I don't even want to hear from him anymore. I'm blowing up on Twitter.
Bro.
I'm fighting for my life on my group chat, and so I better see myself in Disneyland by tonight, alright? I fucking hate you.
Click the link in my bio so I can take him to Disney. Bro, is he like actually being...
I actually feel...
Bro, is he actually being serious right now? Yes, clearly he fucking is, I guess. I don't even know what serious is anymore, bro. Like... Why use your own family to promote it, man? There's different ways. Just get actors and actresses to act in it, bro. Why would you have to use your family, including your grandparents, bro? The fuck is wrong with the world? Like, every time that the world gets stupider, my brain gets stupider too. That's why I'm kind of dumb at times. I just need to charge my laptop real quick. And also, I don't want to get back into this video. I'm not looking forward to this. I am actually scared to press play again. 1, 2. Red light on? Yep. Right. I just took a break because my brain, my head, like, there's so many questions that I don't think I'll get answers to anytime soon. Like, why is the world this way?
Really bad for the kid here, because I do think there absolutely is some level of bullying that's probably happened to him as a result of that video blowing up, and it's not like he wanted to be the marketing mascot for his sister's OnlyFans content. That's just her depraved idea. And she's doing it again here, double dipping with this awful fucking idea of using her brother.
I just hope that he's getting paid at this point, bro.
OnlyFans promotion. I don't know who could ever think it's a good idea to have a child advertise porn for them. Like, there's no way that's legal.
Exactly.
That's probably, like, actually a crime. That's probably illegal.
Just having your family fucking advertise it should be illegal, bruh. What the fuck you on about? Yeah, it makes it worse that he's a child and all, but she literally got her whole fucking ancestors to fucking advertise OnlyFans. The fuck?
I don't know if she does, like, full nudity and, like, full porn or anything like that, but even still, that there's still no way that it's legal to have a child advertise potentially sexually explicit material. Like, there's just no way that that's allowed.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you since your, older cousin does OF?
One of my brother's older friends showed me a picture of something you posted.
How did that make you feel?
Just awkward at the moment.
You saw me?
Yeah.
He's so awkward at the moment that he can't even look at her anymore. Somebody ruined like their fucking relationship just because of they fucking wanted to show him her when she doesn't have clothes on.
She does a couple of these interviews with her family about her doing OnlyFans. Like, hey, how weird's it been now that I'm out here doing OnlyFans, right? Like, isn't that kind of pretty wacky, huh?
It's like, we get it, you have an OnlyFans, now shut the fuck up.
Any stories to tell? And they're like, well, yeah, I mean, some people make jokes about it and, send some mean shit in a group chat. And she's like, oh, but you still love me, right? And they're like, I mean, yeah, I guess. So, I don't know why she thinks this is good advertising. It's just really uncomfortable. It's one thing to have a family that's totally supportive and okay with you doing that kind of content, and a totally different thing to bring them on camera and then ask them deep questions about OnlyFans. And like, oh, well, what have you seen from my OnlyFans? And what are people saying about my OnlyFans, relative, huh? Like, that's just weird. It's super weird.
What's the craziest reaction you've gotten from your older cousin having an OF?
People send me things in my group chat, like TikToks.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like really awkward and weird.
Are you embarrassed?
I don't even know. It's just like when they send it, it's like, whatever.
Do you still love me?
Yeah.
I just don't...
Bruh, do you still love me? Like, he wishes he didn't see it, but yeah, I think love from your family is unconditional. Doesn't matter what you do and what they see. Yeah, they will love you no matter what.
I don't understand why you'd ever want to not only ask your cousin these kind of questions, but then film it and then use...
Want to spend more time obsessing over every stitch? Shopify's tools help you sell everywhere.
Use it for marketing material for your OnlyFans. It just doesn't make sense. Why do you want them to talk about you being naked on OnlyFans?
Exactly.
That's your cousin. That's... I don't know. That is just really...
It's your family, bro. Like, why do you want your whole ancestors and your whole family tree from top to bottom knowing about your OnlyFans, bro? They're not going to... Well, they shouldn't be watching it. That's something that family shouldn't watch. Their own fucking sibling fucking naked, bro. That is something that you wouldn't want to see. Like, I get scarred for life if I fucking see somebody downstairs in their fucking boxers, bro. Let alone fucking naked with the snakes out and the whatever there is out there. I don't know. But yeah, why would you even, why would you want your family to know that you have something that they probably don't care that you're doing? They're like, yeah, I've always known that you're a whore. Yeah, and like now you're posting it online? Cool. I'm not going to watch it. Don't you be trying to get me to watch that shit. I have an innocent mind. I don't want to be made fucking guilty by a court of law, as well as having like those images of you in my head.
Really yucky. Like this whole idea she's running with here about bringing all of her family into her OnlyFans ads is so.
It's only a matter of time before she brings them on to do a video with her, and then that's some fucking America type shit.
What's the freakiest thing you guys have ever done?
Well, the Chevy was,
Grandma! Oh, Grandma, you used to get...
And now this is where the tinfoil hat's coming on. So she calls them Grandma in the video, and the caption says Grandma and Grandpa. So we're led to believe these are her grandparents that she's doing this very goofy, uncomfortable interview with here about their sexual escapades, you know. Grandma, Grandpa, when's the last time you two steamed ham, huh? When was the last time you did a little bedroom...
That's something that I would not want to know the answer to, bruh. Like, even though it's not my grandparents, I still don't want to know the fucking answer to that fucking question, please. Please don't make me fucking play this video again, because I'm gonna have to sit through them answering some dirty fucking details about their intimacy life when I didn't fucking ask personally.
Rodeo. And then she's like, oh, you used to get down and dirty, Grandma? Oh my goodness, why I never. Heavens to Betsy. And yeah, that's goofy, cringy kind of stuff, but it's not nearly as weird as having them turn around and just start plugging your OnlyFans. But then things take like a very sinister, incestual
Don't
turn.
tell me her fucking grandparents have OnlyFans. I will fucking lose it. I will literally not come back on the internet ever again if they've got an OnlyFans.
You had 15 minutes with me, what would you do?
Always been curious what it'd be like to be with a woman.
You had 15 minutes with me, what would you do?
Well, you know,
And then she also has what...
Excuse me, Grandma? What the fuck did you say?
You do.
Always been curious what it'd be like to be with a woman.
Ain't no way, bro. Now Grandma wants to do her fucking granddaughter, and they're not fucking actors. Like, I think that's enough of the internet for today, bruh.
You had 15 minutes with me, what would you do?
well, you know,
And then she also has one where she does kiss or slap game with Grandmammy. Old Meemaw, would you rather kiss or slap her granddaughter's ass? It's so fucked up. So, the conspiracy is, those aren't her real grandparents. They're just actors. And
Thank God, bro. Thank God there is a God up there, but not much of one. There's half of a God. Bruh. But still, I don't want to know what... I don't even want to see fucking old people fucking... like, acting like... I've always wondered what it would be like to be with this woman, and it's like, bro, she's 10,000 decades younger than you. Seek help.
I think
Jesus.
that's probably the case. I can't imagine she would just go into incest proudly like this. That would be truly...
They must be from Alabama or some fucked up fucking state of America, Jesus Christ.
Off the rails. So I imagine that they're actors.
Hopefully.
Which then begs the question, why? Why do this? It's still so creepy. Now, I'm pretty sure those are actors, but I don't think her cousins were, and I don't think her brother is. Like, I don't think you'd be able to hire a child to promote your sexually explicit material. That would 100% be beyond illegal. Like, she would be thrown in jail for that shit, I imagine, like, on the spot. So that's probably her real family there, but then she used her grandparents to continue doing this family OnlyFans kind of push, which is, it's so weird. Why would you want your family pushing your OnlyFans? And then even bigger question, why would you want your child brother pushing your OnlyFans? This whole thing from Camilla is horrifying. It's so...
And this fucking is the correct fucking title. I think this is an understatement. She isn't just creepy, she is, like, beyond creepy. She is literally... I don't even know what the word to describe her. She is... Fucking hell, man. I think that's enough of the internet for today for me.
Fucked up. It's so weird. So all of, like, the backlash she received isn't surprising. And she's still going. She's still doing this kind of shit. Like, these videos aren't that old at all. It's still continuously developing. Like, she is still engaged in this kind of content and these kind of marketing pushes. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you because this is just a really creepy situation that I thought was just fucking weird. So yeah, that's really about it.
That's something that you didn't need to share with the class, Mr. Jesus. Like, holy shit, I no longer have an innocent mind. Wow. Next one.
Alright, so I recently made this video on this channel called the Ronnie Radke situation, where I just talked about this musician that I like, that I'm a fan of, called Ronnie Radke, who is a pretty controversial dude. He's had an interesting life. He's had sort of a rap sheet. He went to jail for a bit. He's had some accusations made against him, some real, some false. But overall, he's a very talented musician in the rock world. He's a big up-and-comer, and he seems to be one of the few big stars in recent memory that's really come out and been consistently growing bigger and bigger. I can't really think of a single, like, name that's as big as Ronnie and his band Falling in Reverse. Well, now apparently Ronnie has taken to defending copyright abuse on YouTube, which is definitely dumb. Obviously, I don't think copyright is something that Ronnie cares about that much because he's in the position where he doesn't have to worry about it because he has a label that can just claim videos whenever he wants them to or whenever they want to. There's this YouTuber called Brad Taste in Music. You can see I watched a little bit of his recent video. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I've seen some of his stuff, and, you know, he makes, like, pretty decent music reviews or whatever. And recently he got copyright claimed by Ronnie's label, Epitaph, on a video where he did a review of one of his albums. You can see he reposted it here in a different part. Now, it's probably...
I do not care about this. 1 minute in, that's enough of that video. Boom, clicked off.
Logan Paul is one of the most famous people in the world right now.
True.
Everyone knows who he is. And on
Even WWE fans. Oh, he's in WWE, that's why.
And he announced that he, as one of the most eligible bachelors in the world, would be marrying his girlfriend Nina Agdal. She would become his fiancée, and he actually posted
Congratulations, bruh.
video to Twitter
I
and to YouTube.
do not care though, I didn't really ask if he got married or not.
Cried, like, tears in it, you know, he was sobbing or whatever. She was like,
Oh my god, I'm glad you filmed it or whatever for your YouTube channel, that's cool.
It was a nice, wholesome moment, you know. I make fun of it a little bit, but despite everything I don't like about Logan, I was happy for it. You know,
Was he eating literal rice with his hands, bruh? That's the biggest question that I've ever had all year. Why would you eat rice with hands? You either would use the thing that they use in China, like chopsticks, or you'd use a fork or a spoon like a normal person. Am I normal? No. But do I use a fork when it comes to rice? Hell yeah.
I think it's nice to see anyone get married, especially today.
Were you at all...
And the things that I stick on rice is too greasy for me to just pick it up and be like, chomp. Bruh. Like, why would you eat rice that sticks together? That's one question. Because, like, to stop it from sticking together, you'd swirl it around in the pan, like, with a fork, and you'd, like, you'd make sure it breaks apart from each other, like, says goodbye to the other rice grains, before they meet again on your plate. But if I tried to eat rice with my bare hand, it would be too greasy because I put literally chili con carne on it, so I don't get people that eat rice with their hands. The only person that I know that eats rice with their hands is Logan Paul, and I don't even know this guy.
worried about her reaction to filming such an intimate moment.
I wanted the Logan to get their piece of it.
But now Logan's being roasted across the entire internet because of his relationship. Now you may be thinking, wow, Tom, but Nina, she's so beautiful, she's so sexy.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like gonna praise him because like, you know, I'm all about like trans and like LGBTQ and everything, so I was gonna be like, oh, this is awesome, he like has a fiance that's trans, so I thought
she's like a model, she has all these accolades, like she was.
I don't like that Dillian Dennis guy, bruh. He makes things way too personal, and that's probably why it's called Logan Paul Deserves More Hate, because it's all about his girlfriend being with, I don't know, the whole fucking celebrities from Hollywood, the whole of Hollywood that she's been with, apart from The Rock and John Cena and Batista. Yeah. I guess that's what this video is about, is just roasting his girlfriend again, like Dillian Dennis did. Like, can we cut this guy a little bit of a break, bruh? Like, don't need to be roasting her past. Look towards the future. Her and Logan Paul without these other dudes in her life. They were her past, Logan Paul is her future, and that is the saddest story that I've ever known.
She was in Sports Illustrated, she was in Maxim magazine. You got like a 10 out of 10, beautiful princess, okay? What could go wrong? Well, Logan's being roasted because, as it turns out, Nina has been around the block.
14 months ago, I fell in love with the most beautiful human being I've ever seen in my life, and I have been waiting for this day ever since.
It all started because Logan's set to fight Dylan Denise. Is it Denise or Danis?
I wanted you to face off against Diaz after you got out of the Danis fight.
Danis. Okay, Dylan
Danis.
Danis. Dylan's like a professional combat sports dude. He competed in Bellator MMA. He's a serious fighter for real, okay? He's a big deal. And he was actually set to fight KSI earlier this year, but he ended up pulling out. I don't really know why. And recently,
damn, an actual guy that can pull out, bruh. That feels good, man. Feels good.
Signed to fight Logan Paul officially in October, and it seems like this fight is definitely happening. And keep in mind, Dylan is being trained by Conor McGregor of all people, who's widely regarded as one of the greatest fighters of all time.
What the
I do not like Conor McGregor because he is rude, and I feel like I could knock him out just like Tyson Fury. I could knock both those dudes out in a handicap match, but I'm not going to because I don't want to create unnecessary drama. I just want to stay in my own lane, watch videos, and have a good time without getting punched in the face. Is that too much to ask for?
What's up, you Irish? Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're jacking off because you're sick of your wife. I mean, she's a 4, Conor. You could do a lot better, but happy Monday!
So in early August, this fight gets
Bro,
announced.
when was Jake Paul toxic, bruh? That was just uncalled for.
Hype is generated around it. Influencer boxing is so huge that all the cards and cardettes are like, let's go, yeah, fight, 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 let there be blood. Myself and
I do not care about YouTube boxing. It is the most boring sport I've ever seen because most of the time they let the judges decide who's the winner. Like, bro, I didn't see anybody get knocked out. How the fuck can you decide a winner from, like, phony ass points, bruh? I don't get boxing, and that's why a lot of the time I don't watch it.
included.
Throw him in the hot tar pit.
And then Dylan starts talking Logan, but not with his words, okay? Not with his words. Dylan is more creative. He uses pictures. He starts with this picture of Nina Agdal and Leonardo DiCaprio. He's got his arm around her. She's in her sweats. They have like very kind of casual clothing on. Probably safe to assume they were dating at this time, you know, or dating. And this is intended as a slight to Logan.
Like, hey man, haha, she was another dude before you, haha, you get owned.
Logan Paul gets Leo's sloppy seconds. It's kind of like childish. It's kind of like, you know, playground fighting. But, I mean, that's just kind of what happens in influencer fights, right? People like to generate hype and publicity through this. Through talking. And, I mean, she's a 30-year-old woman, right? Let's be realistic. She's going to have dated people. What's the big deal? But then there's another one. And then people start making articles about her long dating history.
And then they just started fucking coming out of the shadow realm like, another one, another one, another one. Like, who are they? DJ Khaled?
And it's like guy after guy after guy. No exaggeration. Probably
some old, some young, some middle-aged, I guess.
About 50 different men she's been seen holding hands with over the past few years. At the very least. She dated Adam Levine.
One person she hasn't held hands with. Right here. I'll hold my own hand. What am I doing? What is that guy doing, bro, on my screen behind me?
Maroon 5 fame. She dated Joe Jonas from the Jonas Brothers, some dude named Max George, Jack Brinkley Cook, whoever that is. I assume he's famous to some degree, or rich. And then there are other pictures of her holding hands with like 100 other dudes with varying levels of fame that, you know, it's implied that she slept with, right? And this is the perfect thing to stir the pot with, because all the red pill dudes are going to be like, oh, hell no, she ran through AF. She needed good steam cleaning in that pussy. She needs a dry cleaner, deep dish, all-purpose cleaner, super bleach in her gash for all the dick she's had in there. Someone throw Nina Agdal a few Tide Pods.
Bro, they're just jealous that they couldn't get one person to sleep with them, let alone all these other people. They're jealous, bro. People are jealous because they're losers that are unlovable, while she is lovable in every which way, shape and form, because she's had literally, I don't know, 1,000 to 1,000,000 fucking dudes.
That pussy's disgusting.
It's disgusting, man. It's fucking disgusting.
And on the other hand, you have all the OnlyFans girls who will be like, she's just living her life. There's nothing wrong with her.
Can you stop using auto-tune for my ears, please? Thank you.
Like famous e-celebrities start getting involved and commenting on how this is just too far. It's too far, guys. Alyssa Violet responds
Not
saying,
far enough, if you ask me.
This is f***ed up. Are you okay? Way too far. She has literally nothing to do with this. Just beat him in the ring, goddamn. And then Dylan mentions...
Exactly, Alyssa Violet. Like, these clowns fucking bringing people that aren't even a part of social media into social media world, bro. Like, these people, man, they need to get a life, you fat fucks. Even I need to get a life. I might get a life after this live stream's done.
This tweet showing how Alyssa Violet had sex with Logan Paul right after dating Jake, which obviously paints her in a bad light and sort of, I'd say it puts her firmly in the Nina Agdal camp of ran through, in the internet's eyes at least. And then FouseyTube...
She's been ran through, Alyssa Violet has been with Jake Paul, FaZe Banks, and Logan Paul, bro. That's 3 dudes. Compared to her, the other woman that Logan's with. Whew, fucking hell, is this a will or is this the amount of people that you dated?
Of all people, calls after him, calling him scum. That's his wife. Hate on the man, his character, his looks, etc. But why do you mean his wife? As if we don't all have a past. Not cool, bro. And Dylan responds saying, this coming from the guy who took advantage of a drunk girl who was an emotionally hurt trafficking victim at an airport for a blowjob in the bathroom.
Got you there, Fousey, bruh. You mentally ill fuckboy.
Then bragged about it on your stream, and what he's saying is not baseless, by the way. Like, I'm pretty sure this did happen recently on a Fousey stream. He had like a whole mental breakdown about it afterwards and tried to lie, saying it didn't go down, because his chat was like, bro, why'd you just this girl that was like trafficked in Romania or something, okay? Why'd you just a victim of Andrew Tate? She was straight out of Serbia, bro. You just instantly had to go in there. You're that horny. And then Fousey was like, no, it didn't happen. I'm sorry. I respect sex workers. I used to have a sex addiction.
Oh, my emphatically such a bad person. I'm such a kid. I'm not. I'm a great person.
I can tell.
What's wrong? Everything I love. I'm just showing them my heart love. It's a prank. It's a prank. It's a prank. No, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I swear to God.
And all these people are catching strays because they have a weird past, and they try to say that Dylan's being out of left field. They're like, oh, he's so out of pocket. So obviously he's going to fire back, right? He has nothing to lose from talking back to them. I mean, all he really was doing was tweeting, making fun of Logan Paul and his fiance. That's kind of what influencer boxing is about. Like, to generate hype, you have to have some kind of beef behind.
They're trying to make each other, like, get held back by the security in the press conference just for the real fight to happen, and, like, we all fall asleep because it was boring as fuck, and the fight was all called off because the referee decided that the other person's had enough, and then they let the judges decide. It's the same shit over and over again. They look like they want to kill each other in press conference, and then the fight's boring as fuck when it comes to fight night, and then, oh, it's over? Who the fuck won? I fell asleep to this shit. Just to find out that it's the judge's decision to decide who won that boxing fight. Not actually... I don't think I've ever, through my history of watching influencer boxing, seen at least one person get knocked out in influencer boxing. That's crazy, bro.
Them. That's
Nobody
kind of
just gets
expected.
knocked out. It's always the judge's decision.
And he's definitely doing that, right? This is how he gets his bread. And Dylan apparently even tried to get on an episode of Impulsive, which is Logan's podcast, in the lead up to the event, but that podcast invite was declined. I can't imagine why. Meanwhile, the pictures, I mean, they just keep rolling in. I mean, there's hundreds of them. Literally hundreds. Logan apparently was pissed at this, and while he's avoided commenting on it publicly, like, obviously he doesn't want to say anything, because what would he say? He'd be like, I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. My wife has been ran through. I mean, what could he say realistically?
This guy's funny. That was a good one, bruh. Ha ha ha, I laughed like I'm SSS Sniper Wolf. An actual Sniper Wolf reaction. I might go viral after this. Cap.
But according to the Happy Punch Twitter account, which I believe is Keemstar's boxing company, he sent a legal threat to Dylan, which is obviously cowardly. Like, dude, you make a living off the internet. Your entire life is in the public eye. Obviously, sometimes people are going to make fun of you for your fiance or whoever else you hang around. It just doesn't make any sense for him to send a legal threat. There's no way he could ever win in court. Like, what was that for defamation or something? Dylan did not defame anyone. He just made fun of someone's upcoming marriage. And he has a ton of material to do that. So if you don't want that to be the case, you should probably try to marry someone else. And as far
Could it be slander? No, because it's actually true. It's literally pictures. Defamation? No. Obviously, you're not defaming anyone. What could it be? Like harassment? Maybe.
As far as Nina, if you're watching this, which I know you are, I know you're a big fan of the Tom Dark channel, I have a question, okay? How do you do this, okay? How do you pull off this many guys? I mean, I know you're, like, very attractive, but, like, this has to be a full-time job.
This guy's got an ego. He thinks she's not got better things to do than to watch Tom Dark on YouTube, bruh. Like, is this guy seriously? He really has an ego the size of Fusey Tubes, bruh. Thinking that she actually watches his videos. Like, you do nothing but you play video games, add some commentary while eating chips all day, when I literally do nothing and watch videos all day. I'm a better creator than you are. Ego checked, bro. I'm here to ego check people. That's why I run a reaction channel.
Job of just sucking. I mean, you're built for it apparently. Like, I can't fathom how you can have a job and have money and then be like meeting a new guy.
Those gag reflexes, though. Oh, I wish I had them.
Every day. It's insane. How do you meet this many people? Is dating her full-time job? Does she get paid for this?
Yes.
I mean, as far as I know, she's not in that line of work, but I guess you never know.
This would make me eggs and bacon, a lot of bacon and sausage.
Yeah, women thinking they're funny by sexual innuendos, jokes, bro. I get disgusted, bro. My innocent ears.
Quarantine. She needs someone to get her to the hospital.
I almost
think
pressed
she
enter
may be
for
carrying
some unknown
various
reason.
viral diseases from her various sexual escapades. You know, STDs are a serious thing. There's no shame in talking to your doctor about it. You may have hundreds of them, Nina. So if we can get you to the hospital.
Okay.
I mean, this one is just trashy. How does that even happen? She has to be a
Next.
loser / of all time, and he just gets totally owned. I think that would be the great
11,
every
11,
opportunity.
11,
Even
11.
outside of that, he's really screwing Jake over when it's convenient for him. Like when he said he was mad at Jake because he couldn't bring his Prime bottle into his most recent fight, so he missed out on free advertising. A channel called Too Lazy to Try that I watched compiled some of the best recent clips of this.
I believe the reason why they didn't let Prime in, if I remember correctly, he had his own energy drink company that he was sponsored by at the time, if I remember correctly.
Now credit to his channel for finding these.
Said I would get kicked out if I brought a Prime bottle. Ridiculous, dude. Do you think I would ever ban you from promoting any of your at any of my events? That's ridiculous.
Wait, that's because of who the partner, the competing
Dog,
partner was
Marcos
for the event.
texted us 4 times with stipulations.
It was he was trying to fucking explain that it was the partner. There was a competitor that partnered up with me before Prime did. I didn't know you wanted to partner with me, otherwise you should have beat them to the punchline, bro.
Listed out paragraphs.
Yeah, get over it. Like, and meanwhile,
Get over it, Logan. I'm with Jake on this one.
on, I'm your brother building a business.
Oh yeah, you're my brother.
What do you mean?
Well,
what do you mean?
well,
I'm not
what to wear.
Logan.
Yeah, but if
Mike,
they're paying
chill,
us,
chill.
if they're paying us, if they're
Does Logan Paul not fucking take a minute to just fucking listen? Look in Jake's direction and listen what he's trying to explain. There's a different partner. There's a competitor that's partnered with this. They're better than Prime. Like, Prime isn't shit. Like, just look here and listen, bruh. It's like what Rings of Redemption said. Look, listen. That's all you have to do. Shut up and look and listen to your brother and understand why he didn't allow Prime, why he wasn't going to advertise Prime at his event, because the partner was an energy drink company like Prime or similar to Prime or better than Prime. So that's why he's not gonna bring Prime as his advertisement, because they're two competitors. The partners, like, they are a competitor to this other drink that's called Prime, named after Amazon Prime, I guess.
They're paying us millions of dollars, and they say, "Hey, but we don't want this person to be doing this stuff at the event with a competing brand." That's ridiculous. I couldn't bring in a Prime bottle. It's hard for me.
Bro, it's not ridiculous, sir. It's like YouTube and Twitch. Would you bring Twitch over to YouTube and be like, actually, that's what I do? But, yeah, when you're partnered, which I'll never be, you can't live stream on YouTube because they're competitors to Twitch, bruh. You can make videos over on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. Many partners do that. But you can't do the live streaming unless you terminate their contract, because you are exclusive to Twitch. It is the exact same reason why you can't bring a Prime bottle to an event that's advertised by a different drink company, because they are competitors. They are not friends.
I'm going to tell why Logan even brought this up. If he has any self-awareness, then he's not going to say this straight-faced, and obviously not realize that he's clearly asking too much of his brother, who in this scenario does not owe him anything. Like, it's his event, the sponsor says...
Exactly. You said it here first. He does not own you anything. We might be brothers, but I don't own you shit, bruh. Your energy drink company is worse than this energy drink company. Get over it, Logan. And go and suck KSI in a corner.
No Prime bottle. Just turn off your content brain for 2 hours to go see your family member fight. It's definitely a proud moment for Jake, and I feel like, you know, as his older brother, Logan should just be there supporting him. But instead, he tries to pressure him publicly on his podcast into doing what he wants, and it doesn't really work out. It just makes Logan look shittier in the end.
It makes Logan look like the bigger brother bully who tries to dictate everything that little brother does, bruh. Like, bro, just let me live my life, bro.
That's the brands getting involved. I have no say in that. I don't give a f. But if they request something and they're paying millions of dollars to be the title sponsor...
But the request is this. Your brother can't bring a Prime bottle into the stadium, and if he does...
Bro, how many brain cells is in your noggin? Prime, no good. That other drink, no good in my opinion. But in Jake's opinion, that good. But Prime, still no good. How hard is it to understand, bruh? You black-eyed motherfucker.
By security, that's ridiculous. But you have a Prime card coming up soon. Obviously,
so why do you care so much about who I see every single day? At whose event? An issue with it. At whose event? Your event. Exactly. My event. I'm your brother. Yeah, exactly. So respect what's going on at my event.
Exactly. Jake, I have a new respect for you, my lad. Like, Logan, he's just crying that he can't bring Prime to your event. Bro, just tell him no and let him go and sulk in the corner.
And I did.
Okay.
I thought it was ridiculous.
Okay, but that's just the name of the game. It's business.
And you have a Prime card coming up.
Exactly.
If you walked in with a Celsius headband to it, you probably would say that's unacceptable. I don't give a fuck. You're getting paid millions of dollars by Celsius. Yeah, they're our competitor, but like, dude, come on.
So he acknowledges that they're competitors. Yeah, we're competitors, we're rivals. But dude, come on, it's Prime, bruh. Everybody loves Prime. the kids go rush to the stores, supermarkets, just for Prime. And it's like, bro, it's because your name and brand is on Prime. They don't go for Prime itself, they go together because your name's on it, bro. If Logan Paul and KSI's name wasn't on it, that drink wouldn't be shit, and it actually is shit. You know how I know? Because of the reviews from very unsatisfied customers, and I trust those reviews. I don't trust the positive reviews though. I've never tried Prime because I don't care to, because for like what I thought was Prime was Amazon Prime. I didn't actually think Prime was an actual drink, and now that there's a drink called Prime, I still don't give a shit about trying it. I don't like any energy drink that includes Prime or whatever Jake Paul is fucking advertising. I don't like them. Energy drinks make you feel really bad, like they make your heart rate go budum 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 budum, and yeah, it makes you feel like you're having a heart attack. I would rather, if I want a fizzy drink, Pepsi Max or, well, nah, Coca-Cola, you suck. Pepsi Max or probably Fanta, preferably Fanta Grape, because grape soda tastes so nice. But energy drinks, nah, they just make me feel shit. Fast heart rate, and I don't like it. It makes me feel like I'm on cocaine, and it's just, nah, it's something that I wouldn't want to do. Energy drinks are unhealthy for you, so that's why I don't like to drink them. Yeah, but Pepsi Max isn't, well, everything's harmful to you to some degree, but Pepsi Max is a lot better than these fucking energy drinks with sugar literally poured into them.
But if you request it, if it's different because I'm not in control. The stadium thing rubbed me the wrong way. But do you get what I'm saying? Rightfully so, because if there was a #1 sponsor, like let's say Nike was sponsoring the event and was like, hey, Logan's going to be on camera, can he not wear Adidas? Then it wouldn't piss you off.
From a business standpoint, that makes sense, Logan. It does.
Exactly. Like, even your hype man is saying that makes sense, bro. This guy is literally, he's meant to have your back. He's a real friend because he's telling you not what you want to hear, he's telling you what you need to hear. But it goes in one headphone and out of the other, I guess, bro. Because this guy doesn't get why, rival company can't just show up at events. Yeah, because they're the partners, not your shitty little Prime. It's their event, it's Jake Paul's event. Stop trying to fucking make this about your brand. If it was your event, you can bring Prime along and he can't bring that other energy drink along. But since it's his event, same goes. Just vice versa.
The person that's going to get the most attention in the arena besides Jake is you, showing up for the fight.
My identity is my identity.
Yeah, but you can.
Passion of business.
Well, you can certainly press pause on it for. You can certainly press pause on it for one night to just support Jake and then walk out.
Yeah,
and I understand that.
And I absolutely will.
And you did.
But do you see what I'm saying? Is anything I'm doing hurting you? That sometimes, yes, it causes issues because of my brand partner. Yes, and I'll always be a ride or die, no matter what. But I don't know if I always have to yield and bend my personal ways because we are brothers and that's the sole reason. But this is exactly what I'm saying. You're literally painting the picture of you are playing both sides. When it's convenient for you, faulty comparisons. But when it's convenient for you, we're brothers. But then when it's not, you do the exact opposite of like, but we're completely separate. So like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do as well. I'm building a business. But that's what I'm saying. You play both sides like very well, like extremely well. To me, it doesn't feel like I'm playing both sides.
I'm doing business. Yeah, so it's fucking Jake Paul, bro. That's why you can't bring business to his rival's doorstep, bro. do you not have a brain inside that noggin? Are you dumber than me? Like, hello? Ding dong, hello? Who says that, Bailey?
And maybe that's why you're saying I do extremely well, is because that's just the reality of the situation, and people can see that both sides. You're Jake Paul, I'm Logan Paul.
I got a big question. Why is your neck red but your face is white? That's weird to me.
We are different people. We have...
Like, wouldn't that redness go to your face as well?
Different interests. We have different friends.
But then, like, but even just 15 minutes ago, then all of a sudden you're like, but we're brothers.
And we are brothers. That sentence can end with "and we are brothers." Yes.
But where does that rank? Because sometimes you let it rank down here, and sometimes you want it to be number one when it's convenient for you.
When
Prime can't go into the building, we're brothers. When you want to partner with Dana White and KSI, you're your own entity.
I think
that Jake, you make a good point, bro. I know I'm not your bro, he's your bro, but like, you make a good point.
When we as brothers no longer become additive to each other, and it feels like you or I are trying to take from one another, and I don't believe I've ever tried to take from you, whereas you, I feel like have tried to take from me. At least maybe not you, but maybe your team. That's when I feel.
But
like
like this being in Netflix documentary, like millions of views, me starting the documentary saying I'm drinking Prime, me posting about Prime as soon as it launched, carrying it around everywhere with me.
I didn't watch that documentary because I don't watch Netflix, because everything on Netflix is just trash, bruh. Same with Amazon Prime. Yeah, I'm calling Logan's Precious Prime out. And so is quite a lot of these fucking services that you go to watch television on, and it's like, this is just nothing to watch. There's more things to watch on YouTube and Twitch than there is on Amazon Prime or fucking Netflix, bruh. And I might get banned for saying those words, but yeah, they're trash. Let's be real, bruh. I'm not doing any sort of business by coming to this website and saying that it's trash. Like, I'm not partnered, so I should be fine.
Until I got a deal.
No, and I appreciate.
So it's
I
like
appreciate
I
all
don't.
of it.
And Jake talked about it on Aiden Ross's stream as well, where he said he feels like Logan clearly is willing to f him over if it will benefit.
I hate this guy and I hate this guy, but Jake Paul, he's making sense tonight. I'm not hating him at the moment, but this might change.
Him in the short term, but then he'll like pull the brother card and be like, "But we're just brothers," when he thinks that's also convenient or that can benefit him, right?
But I just thought I was just curious about that, because when KSI's running his mouth to you, I'm like, why is Logan not punching him in the face?
Yeah, business, I guess, is business. It is weird. It puts me in a weird spot because like I don't know how to feel about it. I personally don't like it because it's like here's this guy that constantly is dragging me down, constantly jumping at every opportunity to pull me down and to defame me and to say anything bad about me, and then my brother's like acting like he's best friends with them, and then even when people ask like, oh, you know, they asked Logan like, oh, who would you pick in the fight, and Logan's like, oh, I don't know, that would be tough for me, like, no, it's really not, like, wait, and when you ask, he eventually says like, well, I would have to pick Jake, but he plays both sides definitely, and it does get annoying, but it's like I also respect his hustle as an entrepreneur and as a businessman because he, you know, created this multi-billion-dollar company now with his enemy, and I can't hate on that. I want my brother to accomplish his goals, and I'm happy for him, and he's so successful and doing amazing, and to me I'm just proud of him. I'm proud to be related to him. I'm happy for him, but definitely it hurts me sometimes seeing that for sure. If Dylan was roasting like literally any other person, then maybe it would be a different story. I think a lot more people would feel bad because it's like, oh well, Logan's just marrying this girl, like who cares what she did in the past? But Logan seems like someone who really does not care about his friends or even his own little brother. He's willing to throw away any person or connection just for some money or step forward in his career, and as a result, people don't really feel bad for him. You know, he's someone who's shit on so many people, he's wronged them so many times. Why would I particularly feel bad for Logan Paul or anyone who hangs out with him, frankly?
Oh,
Jake knows that for sure, and he's his brother, so I would. We started our YouTube channel together, and basically like off camera, he was basically like, no, like I never respected you when we were kids, and
yeah, that's fucking
and like I thought you were a failure, and all this shit, and I was just like, so you didn't even like respect me as a brother because I was always there for you and trained for sports with you and played with you in the woods and built forts together, and we were best friends, and I don't know what's going on right now, and now I'm just like lost.
But where's your breaking point?
Like I think I'm there.
You watched the documentary.
I think I'm there.
You see,
and in the documentary, he was so condescending and still like undermining me the whole entire
You get on
time.
a-
Hey,
I've
what was
always
that?
taken the higher road.
And sort of treat a few people shitty. That's normal, typically, right? Like a lot of people will wrong someone in their life. That's not atypical. And I don't think Logan should be like canceled
That's
for
true.
screaming of Jake.
I've
I'm
been
not that
wronged
personally
one too
invested.
many times.
Who cares? If you like their content, if you like Jake's content, if you like his box.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. So much to unpack. Unpopular notes.
The men who play America's National Football League are among the highest paid athletes in the world.
Actually, I'll watch this later, actually. I'll stick that back on my watch later list. Wait, I'll save. Watch later. Boom. Logan Paul gets deeper, 10 minutes, 15 seconds.
So this morning I woke up and I felt almost like a kid on Christmas morning because I knew this press conference right here would be going down and that it would provide for some very interesting insights into this fight coming up between this Twitter troll and this scammer Logan Paul. Yes, I know KSI and Tommy Fury will
I actually forgot about that press conference on Tuesday. Wow, I wanted to watch it as well, bruh. But I guess I was doing something else, probably sleeping.
also be facing off that night. But I feel like due to Dylan Dennis's recent online work, that fight has really taken the back burner to Logan Paul versus Dylan. And I would think the majority of the people will be tuning in to watch that. So right off the bat, Logan and Dylan were supposed to have some sort of face-off. And apparently Dylan was late, so Logan Paul started chirping him on Instagram.
Bro, I hate it when people are late to things that they are supposed to be there for, bro. Even if they were like 5 minutes late, I'm like, bro, unacceptable, you fucking unprofessional prick. Because whether it's someone at your work that now you have to pick up slack for that extra 5 minutes while they get there, or it's like, bro, you're constantly waiting on somebody. Like my drug dealer, he's always fucking late, bro. Like, turn up on time for once, bro. And it's like, if I was a big influencer doing this like big event, bro, I would be there at 6 AM even if the event starts at 9 PM, bro. I would literally camp outside 6 AM sharp, bro. And I'd probably fall asleep as well. But this guy, Dylan Dennis, that's the guy that you're waiting for? Bro, I would be like, okay, we'll have to do this weigh-in, like, probably at this guy's house because he's not fucking coming here, so we should take this weigh-in to him, bro.
Late, so Logan Paul started chirping him on Instagram.
I'm a log off, guys. This is fucking boring. I just came out here to let you guys know that this dude is a real like online troll. He's great. He's great. We get it. We like him on Twitter. He's funny. He makes funny jokes and shit. But when it comes to real life and actually fighting, Dylan Dennis does not show up. That shows you exactly who he is. You know,
bro, is that a security guard that just didn't want to be shown on camera, so he wears a mask while he's doing this, like, what, 10 seconds of talking shit on Instagram?
That's what the outcome's gonna be. When it comes to real life, he's not ready for it. 1,530 days. That's how long it's been since Dylan last fought.
And so it seems like that's going to be Logan's main line throughout this entire thing, is that Dylan is basically a scaredy cat who's always running when it's actually time to fight. And as you guys will see from the press conference here in a little bit, Dylan's main attack is still going to be on Logan Paul's wife. Right here, the banter continues as Logan Paul discusses the situation with KSI on Instagram Live.
But why didn't he show up on time, bro? Such an annoying guy. Like, show up on time. It's not hard. Like, we have alarm clocks in this new age of fucking phones, bro. You can you literally have your phone for everything, your alarm clock and everything. If this was your job that you were late to, you might be pulled in the office and being like, yo, you're late? Why are you late? Oh, because of traffic, bro. Not good enough excuse. Now get into the fucking warehouse and unpack boxes for me. It's like, bro, the guy just, why is it so hard for people to keep the time schedule? Like, you have an alarm clock. Shower first thing when you wake up, which, if it's an early event, you wake up about 6 a.m, you grab a shower, brush your teeth, and make sure you're smelling good for the day. And then all you have to do is wait for the event to start. And then you're like, okay, I can set off now because it's nearing the time that it's going to start. And then both parties are there to do the fucking weigh-in. It's not hard, bro. It's not hard to just show up to somewhere.
Dylan has locked himself in his room and refuses to come down.
Really? The little hermit.
The little hermit. He's a new hermit.
Oh my god. All this talk on Twitter, all this talk on his stories, Instagram, but then in real life, scared.
JJ, I think he's shitting himself.
Facts. Oh my god, yeah. When he sees us, bro, he's gonna be terrified. He's gonna be mumbling all over the place, bro.
Yeah, but we just need to...
Bro, it's normal to stutter, bro. Like, I've seen so many people stutter on this website and stumble over their words because, like, their brain goes slower than their mouth.
Him to show up. Yeah. Like, step one, show the fuck up.
Facts.
And it's interesting to me how these two went from despising each other, pretty much being arch rivals, to genuinely seeming like they're best friends through this business partnership. You know,
They literally seem like best friends. Like, yeah, that's probably why Jake Paul is mad at Logan sometimes, because they've had their share of beefs, but now I think that beef has turned into salad because they ain't beefing no more. Everybody's cool, which we like to see it, but it's very weird how enemies can turn into best friends, and it's like, bruh, for me, whether when I fall out with somebody, if we make up again, the trust has kind of been breached. You have to kind of build the trust back up. I wouldn't be that cool with them though, like having casual conversations with them. I'd still keep my distance and be like, we're just gonna do business together, but being friends, nah bro, I don't like you as a person. So yeah, it's kind of like, it's fake how now they're not keeping their distance. They're like, buddy, how you doing? And it's like, bro, you literally hate each other like a few years ago. Now you're friends? Maybe because you're making more money, but money isn't everything, so it shouldn't make friendships.
Logan just continues via Instagram saying Dylan locked himself in his room and refused to come out for our face-to-face. I had to shame him into showing up. This loser absolutely melted in person. Listening to him stumble through every sentence was painful. Can't wait for y'all to see the real Dodanus. LOL. And nothing that interesting happened during their face-off. All the juicy stuff kind of came in when they all got together. Logan Paul, KSI, Tommy Fury, Dylan Dennis, Tommy Fury's father. Well, I guess there was this moment from the face-off.
Yeah, go try. See what happens.
And then it was time for the actual press conference. And this is how this man, Dylan, arrived. So just trolling from the start with the infamous...
Bro, why would you throw the drinks, bro? You could literally seriously hurt somebody if it hits them in the head, bro. It's one thing disrespecting Prime. Just knock it on the floor. Why do you have to fucking lob it at people, bro?
Logan Paul had... It's a good troll. It's a very good troll. This was kind of Logan's first shot at Dylan.
bouncer.
Where's your
that
fiance?
took Dylan Davis out. I flew him to London, and Chance is here, and he's trying his sicko shit, you dirty dog.
So I gotta say, I think this was a pretty good tactic from Logan. Okay, not a bad troll. And honestly, I think that Dylan's gonna have to find something else to kind of talk about. I mean, after a while, it does just come off as corny. You come off as a bit of a one-trick pony when you're just saying, "Where's your fiance? She 75 guys. She smashed Leonardo DiCaprio." Like, yes, it is a good burn, but come on, let's not beat it to death. And apparently today is actually...
Yeah, I think everybody does that though. They get viral from one thing and then they just keep on doing it over and over again, and it's like, bro, it was viral because it was something unique and we haven't seen it before. But now you're just beating this dead horse dry and milking it dry from the teats. You just, like, it's not funny anymore, bro. It's like the D's nuts joke, bro. It's not funny anymore, but it's still funny to me, though.
Dylan's birthday, and so Logan brought out this cake for him.
Happy birthday, dear Dylan. You little ass bitch who doesn't show up to any fights ever. I got a cake of you getting knocked out with the camel toe. Happy birthday to you, you. Guys, wait.
I like it, guys. It's great entertainment. Of course, KSI is in there sucking him off.
While y'all do that, and we get to zoom in on the cake.
And I love how during these press conferences...
I'm not gonna lie, that cake looks good as fuck. It looks tasty, bro. Bro. I hope that was actual, like, cake with actually nice flavouring, instead of just some nasty cake that nobody wants a piece of just to fucking taunt him, bro. If you're gonna make a cake and go through all that effort, make it taste nice, bro.
These people are always like standing up and standing down and like doing the "oh, hold me back" type of thing. And it's also hilarious to me how Tommy Fury's been involved.
It's like that Key and Peele episode, like, hold me back, like, nobody's touching you. Oh, it's the force of Luke Skywalker holding me back, or it's fucking Darth Vader holding me back. And it's like, that's hilarious, but everybody is a pussy at the end of the day. Even me, the biggest pussy of them all.
All this influencer boxing, because the man can clearly actually fight, and he's not really interested in talking shit, so he's kind of just there. And then here Logan really starts defending his girl, talking about how she's a superstar while Dylan's a broke boy.
Dylan, run your mouth all you want.
75 bodies you've been with, buddy. That's not
You ain't ever been with any girl as beautiful as my girl.
Yeah, okay.
My lovely
Every single
fiance,
guy
my
in New York is
sweetheart, who I
baby,
love so
relax.
much. My superstar whose apartment costs more than your entire net worth.
Leonardo DiCaprio paid for it.
Bro,
talking about
bitch. Bro.
So the defense there is calling him a broke ass bitch and saying that you got more money than him, bro. I get it, you're rich. But what do you have to say about this guy, bro?
Bro, you resorted to attacking a woman as your fight tactic? No wonder you friends with Conor McGregor. No wonder you friends with Conor McGregor. Where is he, by the way?
You know that Logan practiced that one in the mirror last night. To me...
Yeah, it sounds like it. But at least he's not just saying, oh, I'm richer than you, you little bitch boy. At least he's actually coming up with some new material, bro.
He's a very performative person, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's, like, literally in the mirror constantly practicing his lines.
Where's Coach McGregor? And why won't he take my bet?
He'll be here and he'll smack
Why
the shit out
won't
of
he take
both
my $1 million bet?
Why won't you pay back to people from CryptoZoo?
Ooh, that was a good one, bro. Like, he needs to answer that one. That's the real questions that Dylan Dennis just asked.
McGregor, and why won't he take my
He'll
bet?
be here and he'll smack
Why
the shit out
won't
of
he
both
take my $1 million bet?
Why won't you pay back to people from CryptoZoo?
I'm working on it, Dylan.
Get rid of this.
Oh, his reply was, I'm working on it. Ah, so he's working on it. At least he replied. At least he came back with a reply to that question. Because that was the real question that even I wanted him to answer. He's working on paying them back. Good guy, Logan.
He said, I'm working on it, Dylan, I'm working on it. As he flies in on his private jet. And
True.
right here, Logan had made a comment about how Jake had apparently slept with Dylan's ex-girlfriend while they were still dating. And this was Dylan's response to that.
You gotta take that shit out on me because my brother hooked up with your ex.
At least I got rid of this. You're marrying one.
Ooh.
Oh, At least I got rid of the you're marrying one. Holy, that was a bar, bruh. Like, this guy, bruh. He knows the comebacks, but his brain takes a while to process them.
Dylan. You gotta take it.
And then things started getting really crazy when Logan started bringing up the idea that in the past Dylan's mom was selling her body for money. He even alluded to the idea that his dad had apparently hooked up with his ex-girlfriend. And in response to this, Dylan talked about leaking some picture that could apparently destroy Logan Paul's entire marriage and career. And this is when
Bro, why is he roasting family, bro? Keep family out of this. They're not... I don't even see them. They're not even there. Keep people that aren't in the arena out of it, man.
Tommy Fury's father, John, steps in to kind of save the day and's like, hey,
Oh.
all these...
Tommy Fury's father was there, I guess.
outside people just need to be off limits.
I'm a machine. Make it different to anybody. Question who I am here. If I
He starts flipping shit, and this is pretty much the end of the press conference.
Bro, he's going full Hulkamania mode, man.
Honestly, this part right here, just to me, looks extremely fake. It looks, honestly, like it was possibly orchestrated before the fight when they start.
It probably was. It probably was, like, they probably practiced it. He probably practiced how he can, like, flip the bottle so that it doesn't quite catch the crowd, and flip the table so it doesn't fly over to the crowd. It probably was orchestrated, and I can hardly say that word.
Flipping shit, and I mean,
It's
look at Logan
scripted,
up
bruh.
here, very performative. Makes me really
WWE
wonder how much
right
of this
there.
is genuinely real. I mean, we've recently seen the things that Adam 22 was willing to orchestrate for the continuation of Clout, and I wouldn't necessarily put it beyond Logan to use his fiance as a pawn in his game. That cake that Logan had made of Dylan knocked out, he took the head off of it and threw it at him. Hold me back, hold me back. Logan's over here juiced to the gills looking like 1990.
Bro, he's getting held back by one guy while it looks like Dillon Danis is getting held back by a few. So that kind of tells me that Logan isn't as strong as Dillon Danis. Confirmed.
Hold me back, hold me back.
One guy, lol. He can't even fucking muscle through this one guy, bro. How are you gonna knock out Dillon Danis that gets held back by multiple guys? I'm on Dillion's side at this point because, like, Dillon, he gets held back by more guys than Logan. So it shows who's the stronger person is, but it's all scripted at the end of the day. It's WWE.
He's over here juiced to the gills looking like 1999 Jose Canseco. And you gotta love this man Gideon. Escaping with the Dillon Danis cake. How does
Hey, bro wants to eat. He wants to taste that shit, bro.
this man always finds himself in the mix? I do not know. And after the press
It's
conference,
because he always fucking turns up to these events for some unknown reason. Probably because of he finds boxing as a whole and MMA really entertaining. Because I think he's been to MMA fights and boxing events. So I think he loves these sort of shit.
gotta love this man Gideon.
So I think that's why he always shows up to them.
Escaping with the Dillon Danis cake. How does this man always find himself in the mix? I do not know. And after the press conference, even Gideon...
I think that he likes that sort of shit. He likes to watch the boxing events and some other sporting events, I guess.
got into it with Logan Paul. Okay, anyone out here can get the
He just
smoke
loves
comparison.
sports, Gideon does.
How about Two-Face? How about Two-Face, Logan?
Ooh.
I wasn't the one laughing when Jake was making fun of me. I wasn't the one laughing when Jake was making fun of me.
I make one comment to ask you, Corny has to switch seats so I can enjoy my day.
That has nothing to do with it. It's what you did with Jake. That's all it has to do. It's what you did with Jake.
My brother. I defended my brother.
But why were you defending with KSI?
Bro, he's
my business partner.
Okay, obviously, okay. Hey, I see where your loyalty lies.
You mad two-faced.
No, I'm not two-faced. I'm real when it needs to be real, and you don't deserve to be real too.
Yeah, right, bro.
You don't deserve to be real too. Hey, you got another fight. You got a whole another fight to worry about.
Yeah, you
in my opinion, everybody on YouTube or Twitch are just fake as fuck, bruh. They're all like they all seem to be like Hollywood actors or some shit. They don't seem to be authentic. They all seem to be doing a certain friggin' gimmick or some sort of shit like that. They don't seem to be the real them. A lot of them. They want to be more entertaining than what their real self would be. So, if you ask me, everybody on YouTube and Twitch are fake as fuck. If you ain't me, you fake, bro. I'm the only real one in this whole world. Everybody else, they're all robots. They're all aliens. They're not real.
I was keeping the jokes.
Please leave.
You're the one that called me.
Yo, please leave.
Please. Say less. Please.
Please.
Hey, say less, Logan. Hey, good luck with your fight, Logan.
And I want to know right now in the comments, what do you guys think is going to happen in this fight? Honestly, Logan looks juiced to the gills.
My opinion, KSI will win again. Logan Paul will probably win too. But it's not going to be by knockout, it's going to be by judge decisions, because it's always the same shit. Huge drama at press conferences, but when you get to the actual fight, boring as fuck. The referee stops it mid-fight and then waves it off. Judges decide who won this shit. Oh, it was KSI. Oh, it was Logan Paul. And it's like, bro, you didn't knock the man out, so this was just a huge waste of time. And that's what YouTube boxing is. It's a huge waste of time.
Well, this other guy kind of just looks like a normal pedestrian. I mean, I know size doesn't necessarily matter in a fight, but I honestly have a feeling that this guy might get washed by Logan Paul. And here's just a little bonus clip for you guys, where the man himself, Adam22, comes out to defend Logan Paul.
Dylan's been going on a little bit of a campaign trying to embarrass Logan by pointing out all the guys that his now fiance has spent time with before Logan. Dylan, this is one of the GOATs. If his girl has actually spent time in the presence of Ja Rule, then he should be proud of it. Personally, I think the more men that your woman has spent time with before you get her, the more desirable she becomes. How about that, Dylan?
And let's be honest, guys.
This fucking guy, bro. I can't take Adam22 serious in this current day of his life, bro. Like, everything this man does is just fucking weird. Like, he should be proud that that man slept with his woman because he's one of the GOATs, and it's like, bro, who the fuck is this guy? I've never heard of him personally. And says someone that allowed a black man sleeping with their fucking woman. So yeah, he has no room to talk, and that's why this guy laughed him out of every throughout this clip. Jamari fucking laughed at him.
At this point, does
because this
anyone
guy is just a clown to Jamari.
really want the King Cut coming to bat for them? And I guess in the final attempt to troll, Logan actually set up this website where it shows how many days it's been since Dylan's last fight. Either way, guys, we're gonna see what happens in this situation, but overall, pretty entertaining press conference. Y'all let me know who you guys think is gonna win this fight down below. Y'all make...
Either way, it's gonna be judge decision. Nobody's getting knocked out because they never fucking do.
Make sure you subscribe as I continue to update you on this whole situation. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other boxing beef out here needs to be covered, so I'm out.
Peace.
Peace.
Peas on your plate. Right. 8 minutes. 2 scammers
Alright,
while
now
fighting.
I need to come in off the sidelines here, off the bench, in order to participate in a game of goofiness.
Whoa,
The Logan
go,
Paul versus
Moist
Dylan Danis
Critical.
situation has finally reached the bare minimum silliness threshold that summons me. So these two performed the ritual and made the proper silly sacrifice, and here I am. For those that don't know, Logan Paul is fighting Dylan Dennis pretty soon.
I already know, bro. I've watched literally a video before this video, bro.
Their fight,
I'm up to date with this stuff. I wish I wasn't, but here I am.
Beefing with each other online. And usually this is very lame. In the influencer boxing space, this is all just very see-through marketing, formulaic garbage.
Exactly! Someone that's as real as me, Jesus Christ himself, has said it. Bro, you are in my brain right now. Yes, yes, yes. I am now a dick rider of Moist Critical, bro.
Don't actually dislike each other, pretend that they do in order for the bigger paycheck. So they start farming controversy and make really lazy attempts at it. Be like, hey, stupid face, can't wait to punch you and spit on you in the ring on this date, because I hate you. You're tacky and I hate you. Like, that's usually the level of this controversy, the drama beforehand to try and make it like a grudge match or bad blood. It's very uninteresting.
Yeah.
Makes me go yawn. That's a snooze fest.
Yeah, it always is, man. It's a snooze fest from beginning since that bell rang to the end, where the referee stops the fight and says, judges, you decide who's the winner, because nobody knows who's the winner because nobody got fucking knocked out, because we're trying to protect these two idiots from getting knocked out and getting a concussion.
Time around with Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis, though, it's been a bit different. This is a circus show fight between two clowns that the internet has laughed at and disliked for years. They're both scammers, by the way. I want to make this clear up front and center, since most people seem to have forgotten that Dylan Dennis is also a notorious scammer. So there's a whole video from CoffeeZilla on this about how he's more than willing to just exploit all of his fans for money off of knowingly promoting fraud strategies for shit-talking. He's been posting pictures of Logan Paul's fiancée with other men.
Yep. Nothing changes there. Let's just skip ahead. Any clip? Or is this a reaction?
That I had to laugh very hard at. I can't play the clip because I don't want to risk DMCA, so I'll just paint a picture with words here and describe it. Logan Paul brings up a bet that he proposed where he'd wager $1 million that he will suck the fart out of Dylan Dennis's ass. It's not even going to be a real fight. Logan Paul will beat him, but not only beat him, he will annihilate him.
Yeah, that's what they always say. Never happens. It never happens. Like every single time, referee waves it off, and the judges decide who's the winner. Last video about the pink sauce woman. Great.
It makes me feel old when I say stuff like this, but do you guys remember about a year ago when the whole TikTok pink sauce situation was blowing up?
I wish I could forget, bro.
Everyone and their mother was talking about the pink sauce. I believe it was on the news. So many people made videos about it. I never made a video on it. It blows my mind. I never talked about the pink sauce when everyone was. I don't know what I was thinking. There's a fucking plane going by right now, and I want to shoot it down. So in case you guys don't know...
Bro! What? Why would you want to do that, bro? It's only a plane, bro. Unless it's fucking Russia coming to your country, you shouldn't want to shoot it down, bro. That's a bit weird, bro, of you to say, bro.
There was this lady on TikTok who made this disgusting, ugly pink sauce, and she was selling it. And because the weather was crazy hot, sometimes the bottles would explode or it would go bad. It was a disaster. And just looking at this product, I could tell this shit will make me sick. I will be sitting in the toilet for many hours with my phone, just watching my own bangers.
I would not want to fucking live that life, sitting in the fucking toilet for many hours, bro. Like, when I'm ill, I don't sit in there for that many hours. It's like at least about almost an hour. But many hours, if you get that sick, bro, I don't want that life. Just sat there bored out of my mind. I don't take the phone inside there because germs. I don't want germs on my phone. And also, I like to just sit in silence and just talk to myself on the toilet. Yes, I do that as well. I react all the fucking time to things. I react to me sitting on the toilet. And I also react to fucking YouTube videos, whether I'm on camera or not. I probably react in my fucking sleep. I think I do some weird ass shit when I'm sleeping as well. So my life is just non-stop reacting. That's why I now have a reaction channel.
You know, as I'm fucking dying in the toilet. It just looks gross. But because it's TikTok, it went crazy viral and a lot of people bought it. And I'm guessing she made pretty decent money. On TikTok, it went crazy viral, gaining over 680 million views. But just a few days ago, I saw this. Help me get...
She should have just kept it to herself, to be honest. Like, because she was obviously doing all the correct things for herself, but when it come to customers, she didn't give one fuck. So she just shipped it out. I don't care what happens. It might turn into a nuclear bomb, but hey, it's free real estate, I guess.
Justice for the pink sauce. Hi, my name is Veronica. I am the founder of the pink sauce, one of the most viral sauce sensations of 2022. I made a few mistakes on the way.
And she's proud of that, right? You are viral for sauce, bruh. For sauce that, for some unknown reason, nobody's seen pink sauce before. And it's like, they got curious of what it tastes like, bro. I'm happy with the brown sauces, with the barbecue sauces, with the tomato sauces. I don't need pink sauce in my fucking life, thank you very much. There's too many sauces to keep up with as it is. Now you're gonna throw pink sauce in the mix? No, I'm not touching that with a 4-meter pole, bro.
One of the many mistakes was being cocky. I mean, just look at this clip.
And also, and I'm gonna touch her hand when I say this. When I said...
Why is this in 420p, bro? Is it me or is it this guy? It's this guy, man.
You're not special. I meant that.
She silenced someone who called her out. And I'm guessing at this point she thought she was on top of the world. Everyone knows me. Everyone wants my sauce, my unique sauce. I could do
she literally thought she was the #1 celebrity of that time.
Wrong. I'm never going to fall off. And just a year later, you're out here begging for money. And that, my friends, is why you gotta stay humble. I can't really feel bad for her. I made a few mistakes on the way.
But time and time again, these online influencers don't stay humble. They're always like, fuck all of you. I'm the only important thing on this planet right now. And it's like, without all of these, then you wouldn't be anybody. You would be just another who like me. But because these gave you a career and gave you a chance at life, you got to be like, thank you. I'm now relevant because of all of you. Not be like, you're not special, not like me over here. And it's like, bro, your career can be over just as quickly as it can start, bro. And also, just because you're that viral sensation today and you're that big hot news, that hot shit today, that hot topic today, tomorrow's a different story. You have to retain these supporters. Otherwise, they're not going to keep on coming back and they're just going to forget about you. And if you're like me, you forget about creators all the time. I see one Twitch streamer one year, and then the next year I forget about them. I watch people for now on Twitch who I like to watch, but next 10 years is a different story. You know? I might be like, okay, this is the same fucking stream every single time I click on it, I'm going to watch someone else. Oh, there's this new big hot shit that's come out of the woodworks and I'm going to watch that. See if I like it. And it's like, yeah. Being famous is one thing, or being an online influencer is one thing, but then staying as that is just a whole different ballgame.
Which led me to trust a company that is trying to take everything away from
our attention spans are really short, that we don't want to watch the same people over and over again. We want that new, we're constantly, even me, we're constantly trying to search for that new source, that new entertainer to entertain us in a different way, because everybody's personalities, they're all unique. We are all unique on this world, so some people like XQC, some people like Europe, some people like Soil, and just like, what happens after them? Oh, we'll like this guy, we'll like that guy, because they'll be there to replace XQC, Soil and Erob. The people are highly replaceable because of there's just someone that does it better than them. Someone will always stream better than somebody else, because some people are just really funnier than the other people, or some people just know how to do Twitch a lot better and a lot less scuffed than other people.
They lied to me. I have tried on multiple occasions to try and come to one accord with them, but they refuse to reimburse me for marketing expenses that I spend on my own funds. To anyone in business or who wants to start a business.
But the moral of that story is that just because you're the hot topic today doesn't mean you're going to be that tomorrow. You could fall off out of nowhere and you'll wonder why. Oh, they found somebody else, because people are highly replaceable.
Never do this unless you own your product 100% or a large amount of
So
it.
therefore, nobody is special on this earth. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is shit. We are all humans, just alive, waiting to go to the shadow realm to never be seen again.
Maybe I'm ignorant,
That's the
but
point
I
of
don't know how you
life.
fumble something this much. You made this, for better or for worse. It's your product. You should have someone looking at this. And I know with hindsight, everything is clear. But this has happened forever. Companies have always wanted to take advantage of the small little person. And I'm sure she was making a decent amount of money to hire someone to take a look at the contract, to make sure everything's good. And like I said, there's no reason to spend your own funds, your own savings on this. If that's a situation, something is definitely up. Some stuff ain't adding up, because I would never take money out of my personal savings account to fund something that should be paying on its own. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit, maybe 1% of my life savings, but a lot of it or all of it, because then you end up in situations like these. And like I said, this lady wasn't likable in the first place. She has no fans. She was acting cocky. She was acting pretentious. And on top of that,
Exactly. She was just, she thought she was special. And as the Shine Down song clearly says, you're not special. So yeah, she got ego checked. And I will fucking ego check that moth if it's fucking flying around. But anyway, good video. I only got 2-3 minutes and I'm clicking off in a few seconds. 1, 2. Just need to take my charger off. Oh, I've got no more videos to watch after this one. So once that's done, I'm done. Done with this whole like wall of videos. 1, 2. Wow. Anybody live right now? Man, that guy's been playing that same ass game all night, bro. But yeah, don't really care about the pink sauce lady anymore. I'm kind of over that conversation. But yeah, what am I gonna do for the next few hours? I've been live for far too long, Jesus Christ. I think I'm gonna head out and go and watch Unpopular Notes, because I'm saving that one for my own viewing by myself. But yeah, no viewers, nobody still cares about me, that's cool. I'll just go back on vacation.